Oh, I just woke up, so getting on here with y'all. Jumped in the shower. I was thinking about, I was meditating. I was meditating about how I'm going to fulfill the calling of my life, Psalm 68, 5 and 6. This meditation, it came about just because this woman, she showed me this video of herself on the street banging with these policy enforcers, right? And I started thinking to myself, the woman runs this nation, and these men out here, they have a problem. I don't know what it is, but they have an issue. And the sons need to be corrected. Oh, look at how beautiful this morning is. And all of y'all is beautiful too. I want y'all to share this on up because there's straight facts on this thing right now, and I'm about to start getting it in. So Psalm 68, 5 and 6 say, a father to the fatherless, a defender of widows is God in his holy habitation, right? We in church today. All my life, I've just been taking care of babies, you know what I'm saying? And loving on the elders, chilling with the old heads, man. I'm an old soul. So she's in the street. When these policy enforcers, y'all should watch this woman video. I swear, I get on 2 knees for this one. She right there banging on the policy enforcers about how they treating our people. But I don't see no FOIs on the street doing that though. You know what I'm saying? I don't see none of these men that are claiming to protect our children and our babies. I don't see them on the street banging with these policy enforcers like they supposed to be. I see them chasing after tail. I see them being driven by their own desire in their being because they ain't learned how to control the nature. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see them protecting these matriarchs like they supposed to. So all of you FOIs, the ones that understand how this moral science operate and are ready to, whether or not you still associating with NOI or not, if you ready to get on the street and start treating with these policy enforcers concerning our matriarchs, concerning our babies, concerning our sons, y'all need to hit me up. In your being, woo! Woo! Come on with it, baby. Y'all supposed to been out here on these streets. All right, so after my little tangent, because that woman is dear to my soul, and I'm going to make sure that she's protected at all times, I'm going to tell y'all the issue that the Moorish Empire is having. Woo! Come on with it. You know, I went to sleep at like 3. I got this harataki. Y'all got to order this harataki. Start drinking it. Start eating it. It helps decalcify your pineal gland, give you energy to be able to keep on pushing. They don't want you to know about this science. Because if you knew how to use your brain, you will be creating, baby. In your being. Woo! Let me go get this real quick and show y'all this issue. Boy, I'm just getting started. I got 20,000 years of DNA in this brain to be communicated to y'all. I'm telling you, straight wisdom. Y'all stay on the line with me and get some more people on here. I'm going to show y'all the issue we having. I'll be right back. I know it might be too early in the morning for y'all, boy, but I'm getting it in, boy. Woo! Fresh cup of coffee in your face. In your tea in the morning. You know I love y'all. That's why I get it in with the encouragement. Okay. So here it is. This right here is the next wave of nationals that's supposed to be going out, right? As I wake up, y'all gonna see me writing on up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 22, 23, right? They're supposed to be going out, but I had to pay rent. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta wait until some love gifts come in, or I get a little fiat from my corporation job to be able to send it, right? Now, 2 months ago, I'm just talking to y'all about these issues that the consulate myself is having with our body of people, we say in the groups that have thousands of members, hey, how about 3 to 10 FRNs a month? The members ain't been responding for the last 4 months. Group economics, we would have what we need to be able to take care of these nationals. Listen, this is the principles of coming together as a unified organism. So it's taught in more science that, come on with it. It's taught in more science that the DNA of our ancestors is in our being, in our mind, right? And it's communicated to us through them. So if we unify our minds and start communicating and talking to one another and spending time with each other, then the DNA for us as a culture, as a people, will begin to be communicated to the entire group. And then we will be able to communicate that to the world, right? Okay. So we come together. We're all speaking one voice. The DNA is being communicated back to us. Now we're starting to be able to create, because we're forming our DNA. We're forming the nucleus. We're forming the bonds of our culture. That's food to our psyche, to our soul. These documents need to get out. I'm doing the best I can. I'm asking you nationals, if y'all start sending these videos around or do a GoFundMe, whatever we need to do to start getting these out, and so we could take care of these matriarchs, these babies, and these elders, all right? And starting to put real organic food in these men's bellies so they could wake up and have enough strength to be on these streets, treating with these policy enforcers, actually existing in the real world, not in the world of, ooh, let me not go there. I'll leave y'all alone because I'm trying to stay positive this morning. Woo, come on with it. So, y'all want to know the true story. The true story is the woman was all alone. She formed from the dust. Yeah. Given all the working parts that she needed in order to create the seed. Mm-hmm. Woo! In your being right there. So she begins to birth. Boom. Boom. Female XX. Boom. Boom. She's birthing. I bet you I can prove this through science. Boom. Boom. And as she births, 1, she's lonely. 2, ain't nobody to build. So technically, man is supposed to be woman's helpmate. Y'all got the game backwards. So all you men that keep on hearing, these women is supposed to be your helpmate. Let me tell you, I'm preaching this morning. Woo! Get your butt up off her couch and go build something. So the seeds, woo, that she birthing can have something for the next generation. Yeah. They ain't gonna get it like this in the churches. See, they shouldn't have took advantage of me and let me be serving all these people without telling me the more science that I needed to know to be okay in the brain. If they would have told me the more science in the churches, I'd have used it to help them out. Woo, come on with it, baby. Straight soul searching around here. So, as she's birthing, she keeps birthing. Now the adaptation occurs. The adaptation occurs because this matriarch, the first being in the earth, formed from the dirt, made with all the working parts to begin to birth seed. The adaptation occurred because she needed a helpmate. So, eventually, man becomes woman. Mutation occurs, gets some strength. The man start doing what he needs to do and building. And they mating now. Because in some way, shape, or form, because she needed the helpmate, she no longer asexually reproduced. The helpmate also sparked that reproduction process through his divine energy, as he was given a spirit and a soul and a being as well through that adaptation. Woo, come on with it. We're talking more science right now. We're talking business with the consulate. We're talking grand rising to your Moorish Empire. I'm about ready to get on these streets. So after watching the the soul's performance of this matriarch on here, y'all FOIs better get a hold of me. I'm going to start blasting y'all on here. And you muftis better wake up. I'm going to start blasting y'all on here. Straight up. And when I see y'all on the streets, I'm going to blast y'all as well. I'm going to tell y'all about yourselves. Because there's no way that the lust of y'all spirits should deter you from doing what's right with these matriarchs. Woo! Come on with it. In your being, right there, in your being. Woo! Let's see. I'm just getting started. I'm gonna let y'all know everything that we doing. I'm gonna be transparent with y'all on this live. I need y'all to be sharing this up because y'all gonna get a lot of information. Y'all gonna be able to do some things. So Wednesday, we having conference calls for Central Consulate. Sharon and I are training consuls, the seasoned vets that have walked with us long enough. I'm going to commission them immediately, and those are going to be the foundation and the base to be able to handle the neophytes. I am one. I will forever be one because I love being a kid. That was strict for me because these adults had a problem in my generation. I don't know what it was, but I don't have that problem. I can spend time with children and take care of them. They don't get on my nerves. I can raise them on up and teach them what they need to know to be effective heirs of the land. Now, whatever it is that we doing, like just being airheads and running around thinking that material is all the consuming God of everything you got to have because that makes you something like the golds and the glitter and then the diamonds and everything that you think you're going to get with these FRNs is in the ground. Just dig in the ground. And in the molecules and in the air and in the earth and in your body. So you don't need to be chasing the material. Okay? The soul is the most important thing. So you should cultivate the souls of your seeds. That's what you should do. Cultivate the souls of your seeds instead of trying to pacify them with materialistic things. And the bond will be so much more rich between us. Yeah. Think giving her a fat ring is something when you can cultivate the soul, right? Yeah. Think they impute in your mind. It's supposed to be a cultural thing. See, the cultural things, the chiefs didn't let nothing happen to the matriarchs, buddy. What you thought? She made sure the chief and the king was all right, and he'd be putting on his armor. And right before he went out to war, right, ain't nothing happened to that queen and them children. Never. I don't know what is going on with these sons today to be allowing things to be happening to these matriarchs and these seeds that's coming about this war. These men suited up and they booted up and they had their weapons and they wouldn't protect. Y'all thought they was protecting the land? What? They were protecting the matriarch and the seed. This is what y'all have to understand. These elders were protecting the matriarchs and the seeds. And the elders are supposed to be protected too. Why? Because they have the wisdom of the nations, of our culture, in their being. So it's all, that's why we all sick and messed up, because we got most of our elders in these nursing homes because we don't want to take care of them the way we're supposed to. My grandmother, I'm about to go see her in the next couple of days. Yep. She used to tell me when I was taking care of the babies and I'd be mad. I'd be washing all these dishes and doing all these clothes and stuff. She'd be mad, like, tender love and care. That's what she used to tell me. And I'd be like, where's all the help? Where are the people at that's supposed to be doing this job? Woo! Taking care of these matriarchs and these queens and these seeds, baby. Now, back to this consulate. All right. Hold on. I got to. Because I be getting on a tangent. And then I have to get redirected. Because I love y'all. My soul trying to communicate what it needs to for y'all to be edified and healed. The permanent general inquiry for Central Region is going to be CE at MoorishAmericanConsulate.com. Okay. That is the final destination. And I'm going to give it one more because I'm learning how to do a little bit of more multitasking. And COC Central @gmail.com. Those are the destinations to reach Central Consulate or any one of us. Because I be forwarding y'all emails to our people. But some of y'all be getting on my nerves. I love y'all though. My Cash App link is on my place page in my bio. If y'all don't send to donate, we do not care. Anything. Pennies. Because 50 million nationals throw in, I wish we didn't see it as FRNs, because people have a problem with that. Time, talent, treasure, investments, whatever it is, whatever is valuable to you, put it into our communities. We can't be just going and just give it everybody. Look, it's a time where you got to do what you need to for the mother to start being healed and the womb to start being healed. You've been giving everything that she gives to you to every other nation. You need to give it back to her so she can get strong again. Woo! Come on with it, baby. We're just getting started. I'm trying to think of what's next on the line. I got these emails right here that I got to go through with y'all. Some of them. Amir Hassan L. We got your, that's one of the consuls, I believe, in Ohio, that's getting ready to be going to work for us. When I say us, I don't mean the consulate. I mean, there y'all go. The matriarchs in these seeds. This is what we're doing it for, to be honest with you. At least I am in my heart. It's time for these babies to heal. I'm tired of my little niece. Now, when I'm a child, I'm in these group homes and these foster care homes and all of this. 15 years, from 3 to 18, 45 placements, 3 placements a year, running away, bouncing around, having them ship me to different states in these group homes, in these boys' homes, fighting, flipping chairs, acting all crazy, putting the little fourth ward. They was putting me in straitjackets. They was restraining me. They was feeding me medications. They was telling me I was crazy, but I knew I wasn't crazy. They was the ones that was crazy because all I wanted to do was to be with my family. They wouldn't let me be with my family. Genocide. That's what it was. Kidnapping and genocide. They put me in all those places. That's what's happening to our sons today. That's why they so jacked up. And if all of these elders and these men out here would stop chasing all the tail and start stepping on their lower self, then maybe they'd be able to go get our sons up out of these group homes and these jails and everything that they in, because they the ones that's responsible. Yep. So as I pace back and forth and think about what's next on this line, it's going to come to me. It's going to come to me. Oh, there we go. Where's she at? I ain't got nothing to do with you males right now. Unless y'all contacting me to bill on behalf of the matriarch, I ain't even going to hear what y'all got to say. I'm done. If y'all call me and say, hey, I'm ready to take care of these wombs and these seeds, I'm not going to hear y'all. Y'all not going to even touch me. Woo! In your bean. Because it's y'all job. Yeah. Now we about to start sending y'all to the matriarchs who need help. This is, come on with it, Alafia, on Facebook, known as Lady Dove Bay. She in Columbus, Ohio right now. Y'all need to go get her. Oh, come on with it, baby. Good morning. Y'all know why I'm so happy? Because I just seen my niece slash goddaughter. You know how I seen her? Because my sister, my blood, my biological, my soul, my sister on the line. Keisha Green just came on. Woo, look at that beautiful baby. Man, I got to come see you, sis. I'm about to be on my way. Come on with it. See, that's a gift of the world. And if we as the sons of the earth would get our act together, then maybe the babies, like my beautiful, gorgeous niece right there, Keisha Green, that baby right there, winning baby of the entire universe right there. If we would get our acts together, then maybe the next generation wouldn't have to go through what my niece is going through from one of my other sisters. My niece is in a place that I was when I was a child, a foster home, a group home, some type of place that the corporations run because our parents don't have enough sense to take care of their kids. Come on with it, baby. My little niece right now be cutting on herself. My little niece right now be talking about running away. My little niece right now is taking medication or being force-fed medication or being, she's being programmed. Woo! Come on with it, baby. Willie Lynch letters. They got your seed. They got your matriarchs. They got all of these daughters in the prison. They got all of these daughters in these foster homes, and they programming them to be dependent on the corporations. Woo! But they don't want to talk about it, though. In your being. They don't want to talk about it being programmed by these corporations. You ain't going to get this out the pulpit. But this is the truth about what's going on in our communities. Y'all want to listen to somebody sit and speak to you about a word that you have in front of your face. When you can communicate with your conscious mind about that word that you have in front of your face, you would need another consciousness to speak to you about the truths out that book in the first place. Woo! Come on with it, baby. In anything that you read, and for that matter, why should another consciousness have to communicate to you something when you have the reasoning to ask questions? What does this mean? What does this mean? To yourself. And yourself is going to say, hey, this is what this means. And then you're going to be like, woo, I figured it out. Come on, man. So y'all ain't teaching y'all kids to just ask questions. Ask your babies questions. Ask them a million questions. All the questions you know to see if they know what you know. So come on with it. Start raising the seeds. All of you men that's in the penal system right now in Georgia, that's calling us and connecting us. In Georgia, we need consuls. We got consuls in Georgia. Margie Jabir Bey, he a consul in Georgia. Akil Hanif Bey, he a consul in Georgia. They finna start going to these penal systems after they get this credentialing. When we get word from all of this service corporation that they finna be doing what they supposed to do, which is leave us alone as heirs to the land, then what we gonna do is we gonna go extract these morals. So y'all wanna know about the processes and how they work. I'm trying to give y'all a little bit of me this morning and stay on the line with y'all. Somebody from the penal system contacts us. They hit me up by any means necessary. When I receive them, we send them the documentation. They take it and they get well versed in it, get it in their soul. Extraction document with your nationality documents. Then you wait on consul to come and extract you. I mean, you could, if you got the funds or whatever, send the documentation yourself to the policy enforcers and see if they honor your documentation. Some republics will, some republics won't. Everybody wants to know what's going on. So I'm just explaining everything to y'all this morning so that nobody has any more questions. Woo! Come on with it, baby. Yeah. Because I love answers and solutions. Everybody be treating me like I'm a kid because I enjoy being, youthful and vibrant. They think I'm a child on, like I'm not an adult. I don't know how to think for myself or something like that. They be treating me like they gotta look out for me or something. No, I'm watching over these matriarchs and these babies. That's what I'm doing, and these elders. That's what y'all need to be doing. Yeah, I'm talking to you sons though. I'm not talking to these matriarchs. I'm not talking to anybody on more science or nothing like that. I'm talking directly into the being of you sons. Because that's why I got on the line to speak to in the morning. Let's see here. Who else need, what other matriarch? Where's she at? And who finna go deal with these corporations on her behalf? Let's see. Peggy Ann Duff L. Let me tell you about this woman. She came to Central Consulate and in 1 week helped me get caught up on 2 months of back work in 1 week. Y'all want to tell me how I can't prove that the very first being on the earth was a woman? Do y'all know how much they do? Oh my goodness. And y'all want to talk crazy. Boy, y'all better get out of here. Y'all men better wake up and start doing something with y'all hands. So when she come here, she do all of this in a week. Help me get organized. I start getting these nationality paperwork out. Peggy Ann Duff L. The corporations is after her right now. Okay? She got to be hitting all over the land because these people done exceeded her estate. Now, because y'all heard that, when she getting in contact with y'all, help her out. Tired of this. Tired of y'all letting these matriarchs run around with no help from none of y'all. I'm tired of you sisters sitting here acting like it's y'all, not y'all responsibility to take care of one another. Oh, you watching Housewives and chasing after the next man that think he got something for you. Yeah, right. He ain't got nothing for you. He ain't gonna get you nothing but a couple of dollars, some materialistic goods, and then he gonna drop you for the next thing that he think is smoking. Ha! You thought he cared for you. Yeah, right, girl. You better stop playing. That man don't care nothing about himself. That's it. That's all he care about. So whatever you thinking in your brain, no, he do not love you. He don't know the difference between your womb and your brain. He don't know the difference. So he's going to be chasing after your womb until you make him respect your brain. Okay? I'm trying to communicate something to you, matriarchs, because you've been coddling the sons. You've been caring for them to the extent where now they're anesthetized to your oppression. They don't care that you're getting oppressed because you're taking care of them while you're getting oppressed. And they're not getting oppressed. Why? Because you're taking care of them. They need to feel what you're feeling. The stress of, yes, get that coffee. Yeah, come on with it, Chauncey Bay. They need to feel the stress of the oppression. How do they feel? How do the sons feel the stress of the oppression? You have to remove yourself from caring for them like that. That will force them to mature and care for themselves. Look inward, stop looking at your womb, start trying to communicate with your mind, start asking themselves questions about themselves instead of just sitting there consuming that which you put before him. Okay? So please, if you want to see these sons get up out here on these streets and do something for you, you're going to stop babying them. Period. Straight up. Stop babying them. If they sitting around and they're not active, they need to move around you because they ain't vibrating. That's a dead thing right there you holding on to. You dragging that thing. You better let it go. Woo! Come on with it. It can't feel that good. I promise you. It cannot feel that good. It cannot feel better than a man communicating with your mind and your soul. So whatever it is you matriarchs be feeling concerning your flesh, when you be dealing with that, I bet you if you try to force these sons out here to respect your mind and your womb, okay? If you force that, then these men to get out and do what they need to do for y'all. Woo! Come on with it, baby. In your being, yeah. See, they mad at me. These sons finna be mad at me because I'm gonna start telling the truth about their psyche and how they be doing. And then they ain't gonna be able to be sitting, laying up on these couches, doing whatever they think they want to do. Because the matriarch's gonna go home mad and tell them to get on the street and do what they need to do. Woo! Come on with it, baby. Who else is on this? Who else is on this thing? Because I'm just getting started. We got law, we got more science, we got wisdom. Y'all go eat, get your coffee, come back, stay with me. I got it all this morning to that. One of the matriarchs asked me, now why ain't these FOIs, or these muftis, or these sons, or these gangsters, or these Crips, or these Bloods, or these rappers, or these hard dudes on TV, or these right back at you dudes, why ain't they out here treating, you only hard until policy enforcer rolls up on you? And then you sitting in your car handing them your stuff, but when somebody walk up on you, one of your brothers walk up on you, you ready to squad, right? But when the corporation dude walk up on you, you like, here you go. Your heart beating all fast and everything. Come on, man. Can't you see it is programming in your mind, sons? How's you scared to go out and treat with the policy enforcers, but you okay with squadding up with your bros when they coming at you? Or when they doing damage to the matriarchs, or to you, or to your family. You cool with standing up for your family when one of your brothers is trying to hurt your matriarch, but you not cool to do what I seen this matriarch do on Facebook just a few hours ago and get out here in these policy enforcers' face though, right? Woo! You rather be on Facebook. But I am out in these streets, just to let y'all know. And I'm finna be out in them even more. See, I'm right up the street from General Ham, the Civil Orders, 2014, right? I'm right up the street, and I'm getting ready to, what I have to let him know about what's going on in the world today. You know, I take these risks, and I have to, because these matriarchs, they need to be healed, and these sons need to get their acts together, so this whole entire land could be healed. Oh, honor your mother and your father, that your days may be long on the earth land. Honor your mother and your father. You ain't honoring your mother right now. Not if she's being oppressed by these policy enforcers. You're not honoring your mother if you seeing her being in distress or hurt or her children is hungry. You're not honoring your mother if you sitting here letting the mothers be manipulated to take the sons to the churches to be deceived in the first place. So that when they growing up, they can't even compete. What? You're not honoring your mother. Woo! You're not honoring your mother when you're not testing your mind to be able to communicate about our true cultural heritage so we can impute it back into our communities. You're not honoring your mother when you're just sitting up on these couches or wherever you at, on these TVs, on these cell phones, watching all this crazy mess and doing all of these crazy things, getting all saucy, and that's the only thing you do. Party hardy, huh? While your communities is dying. Woo! Not today, baby. Yeah. I don't know what y'all thought. These 5 pillars of light is real. Y'all need to stand on your lower self so we can get some work done around here. Article 3 of this Constitution. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Where are we at? I'm going to get this law on us because I think it's pertinent this morning as to help us move forward in what we're doing. All 55 governors have the notice of existence. We're going to send y'all 5 documents. Come on, man. Get back on track. Yeah. This is what I've been doing for the last 4 or 5 days now. Almost. 2 weeks straight. And I'm going to keep doing it for the rest of my life. I love you, matriarchs. I need y'all to get here. And I need these sons. Wake up. Woo. Come on, wait. 5 documents. Hold on. I got that. When you receive a package from Central Consulate, you're going to get this right here with the grandma on it. That's the consulate notice of existence. When we saying that to y'all, y'all going to be able to make copies of this and send it to whomever you please. I would do that. We're going to send you already know, your registration number. Number 2, whatever. The document that says you connected internationally. This is just formality with this government. Really, we just want y'all to come together as a family. Y'all need to come together. 3, lawful notice. Right there. Bam. See that Moabite queen? There's a reason why she's right there. Come on, y'all. Number 4, judicial proclamation. Right? And then we're going to send y'all a page that has all 7 locations of where you need to send the documents. This way, y'all can bang on them. The documents is fully completed except for you writing your Morris appellation in there, doing what you need to do. Where we at? Woo, she's dead to my soul. Kimberly Vaughn, matriarch, thank you for stargazing and astro working so that when I call you with some questions about these star signs, I get some wisdom and I can apply it because that's what you're supposed to be doing with the wisdom. Woo! Come on, the called out ones, the ecclesiastic, has you called out sitting in the middle of these 4 walls. Please tell me that. You the church, you the ecclesiastical body of the entire world. They call you the called out ones, and you sitting in the 4 walls. What? Oh, come on, buddy. Thank you, whoever you are, for sending that love note so that we can get these mailings out. Woo! Because we feeding the soul around here. This is what's going to happen, okay? From us, since I've been woke 8 months, I developed a full, complete, what a national is going to need to be okay out here. Those 5 documents: trust, ID, national ID, y'all trust, y'all tags for y'all private motor conveyance. And we pretty much, and some type of connection to the government that is serving you. That would be the Moorish American Consulate and the Federal Republic. Hold on, let me not get it twisted. Hold on. Moorish National Republic Federal Government, okay? Those that are serving you from that department, from that government, come together and we have a party. Now, our government right now is in the process of building a trust. We need y'all, okay? When I say our government, all of these big wigs and these section or these departments. So you got the Moorish American Consulate, you got the Great Seal National Association of Moorish Affairs, you got the which this is the entire body of the entire Al-Moroccan Empire, the Moorish National Federal Republic government. So you got these different factions that make up our whole government. We building this trust. We constructing it. And we want y'all to connect y'all family trust to the government trust. And y'all gonna get it to be able to read it, to know what it say, and it's going to be communicated with you so transparency can happen. So the same thing that happened to Prophet Noble Jew Ali with his trust won't happen with this one. While our families can be protected. Yeah, we're not going to let it happen twice. Nah, the Prophet, his spirit communicating what's going on. See, what happened was, it was thousands of pages in Prophet Noble Jew Ali trust. And his closest confidant people, he distributed it to. And over time, the reason why these yearly conventions would come, because the Grand Sheiks and his closest members would bring the trust back together again. And they were supposed to be following the 10-10-59-05. That's a piece of it. That's an amendment. That's how you know that his trust is compromised, because you can find amendments to the trust, but you can't find the entire trust in its entirety. That's how you know. So when you say in the trust, it speaks about the Grand Sheiks having the ability to distribute land to the people, right? And discharge debt for all the nationals. So why aren't these Grand Sheiks discharging debt for all the nationals if that's what Prophet Noble Jew Ali Trust said? In your being. Please tell me. Hold on. Let me ask the question again. Why aren't the grand sheiks, like the one that said I needed to be shot because I was deceiving the people, when I don't have any interest in investment in deceiving the people? What benefit do I have for deceiving the people? Okay. When I figure that out, then maybe I'll stop speaking truth. Until then, this man said I needed to be shot. Okay, for deceiving the people. Then you tell me, how come none of these children have any land when Prophet Noble Drew Ali said distribute the land to them and discharge the debt and convey them back into the Prophet's trust? Oh, one grand sheep in the entire 8 months that I know asked me did I want to get conveyed back into the Prophet's trust. Respectfully, I love this man with my soul because he came out his pocket for me and put food on my table when I was in dire straits. But the reason why I declined the offer was because I knew that the Prophet's trust is compromised. So when you get from us this full package and we connect you to the consulate, then you are privileged to the 1961 Vienna Convention and all the benefits therein. And you can use and enforce that Vienna Convention throughout the land. Y'all stop dealing in your lower cells, and y'all primary objective is provost marshals, United States Marshals. They're supposed to be enforcing the Constitution. And the sheriffs, this is their only duty: protect the mail and enforce the Constitution. Well, our mayor's getting tampered with. People in the empire know that right now. The mail's getting tampered with. Supposed to talk to the marshal about it. Bring your grievances to the marshal. He's going to get tired of these policy enforcers and everything that's going on. He's going to get up and go be checking them. I'm telling you. If y'all bugged him, okay, and it's coming to my soul. Hold on. There was a widow. She had a son. Something happened to her son. The judge had the power to make her son's life okay. He ain't had no interest in nothing, but she kept on knocking on his door. And he got tired of her knocking on his door. He opened the door up and gave her everything that she needed and wanted and she was asking for. So, same concept applies. If you continue to knock on the door of these people's consciousness, with these tools and with these laws and with their own responsibility to this Constitution and to this land, they will respond with a favorable reply. How you think Prophet Noble Drew Ali got to where he was? He kept banging on her. Woo! Come on with it, baby. Yeah. In your being. Yeah. What the law say? It say. Hold on. Where is that? I'm about to show y'all what happens when you go to these United States Provost Marshals and you say to them, hey, you know, by way of the 2014 civil order, that it's your responsibility to protect the mail and enforce the Constitution. So do all 50 sheriffs in this land. So, this Constitution says I have a right to be protected on my own land, in my state. Right now, I'm not being protected because somebody's trying to evict me. That's what the Morse law means about every day and night. Somebody getting evicted, somebody getting arrested, somebody getting harassed, somebody getting a gun pointed at, somebody getting shot. I'm tired of hearing it. And I love y'all. And y'all can keep on calling me and telling me because I know. I'm tired of hearing it. That's why I'm going to work right now. I'm tired of hearing it about these sons sleep. That's what they is. They sleep and they weak. They weak because the matriarchs don't want to force them to get out on this land and start walking with their own 2 feet. Y'all matriarchs have a psychological disposition, thinking that it is your responsibility to raise your son beyond the age of maturity, which is technically 12. Thank you very much. Where is this at? I'm gonna find it. Is this the one? I'm gonna find it. Y'all know I'm gonna find it while I'm in the middle of this little tangent I'm going on. So, if you want these sons to be able to, man, I'll just look it up while I'm on here with y'all. I'm sitting here going through my folders. I'll send y'all any binder y'all want. We create binders, we creating books, we creating libraries. I'm printing out everything on my flash drive in hard copy. And then I'm going to have people make copies because that's the way I'm going to institute Prophet Noble Jew Ali's printing press. That's supposed to be in all the temples throughout the land, distributing information to all the Moors concerning what they're supposed to be doing in order to be able to operate in this land. That's what's supposed to be happening. Oh, did Prophet Noble Jew Ali say we supposed to be having buses? Well, the buses would be able to transfer not only mail to and from the Moors, so we didn't have to use the United States Postal Service, but the buses is also a way for us to get to one another. Ain't y'all tired of going in them temples and not seeing no transportation for us? We got to go pay the corporations for transportation? What? Come on, man. Stop giving your money to the temples and start giving your money to yourselves so you could get your buses, okay? Get your buses and start driving them around the land and providing for your children. Because let me tell you what's happening with these service corporations. As the land and as the world stops treating with them, ain't no more goods. Ain't no more goods. They can't give you the goods, so you ain't gonna be eating. They cutting people off, Social Security people, the people that's saying that they Moors, that's elders, they cutting off right now. Well, if they cutting them off, what, they gonna starve to death? Or is you gonna get up and start putting this money in to do what you need to do to get these buses? Ooh, that's Dolores Bunch Bay right here. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay. Good morning to you. I'm on fire right now. You're in Georgia, correct? Dolores Bunch Bay. This is the daughter of Cleopatra Jones. This is the matriarch. She just called me, okay? I'm on the line right now, Facebook Live. I want all of y'all in Georgia to go and speak with and treat with Dolores Bunch Bay in Georgia. She got all of these grand sheiks that know the more science, that could teach the sons what they need to know to be effective in the communities. On the Facebook, get in contact with Dolores Bunch Bay and all of y'all in Georgia that's been treating with the Central Consulate for the last few months. Y'all band together. It's time to care for these matriarchs. Yes, matriarch, mother, I will stop this preaching to give you my time. How may I be of assistance? I'm going to be right back with y'all. Did it work? I'm about to find these Libra codes for y'all. Go ahead, Mom, I'm listening. Y'all stay with me. I got these articles up. Now, hold on. But that's one. Now, when I get done on this line with the nationals, I'm gonna call you back, and whatever order needs to be signed from Article 3 court judge recognizing this land, I will sign that order and we will send it to whoever it needs to be sent to. I'm not playing around here. I'm gonna get the work done. Love you very much, and give me a couple hours and we're gonna go to work because I'm working. I promise you, all day. I'll be right back to you, matriarch. Peace and love to you. See that? Now listen, for all you sons, there was an example. A matriarch come to you, express a need. Take care of the need. Easy. Y'all see her in need. Y'all see her sons in need. Y'all see her daughters in need. And y'all just sitting down watching BET, watching Cardi B, chasing after tail, partying, chasing after materialistic or that fiat. You love Rome, you sons. You love Rome. You love the glitz and glamour of Rome, and you love the mythology of Rome. You think you Zeus, you think you God, you think you all of this, but at the end of the day, your real culture, not the John D. Rockefeller, where we got all of our sons right now being miseducated and our daughters being programmed, not that one. Our real culture, the commandment, the sacred commandment is to honor the matriarch and protect her at all times. Because that is the, okay, so how are we going to populate the earth? Or communicate the DNA of the psychic mind of the matriarch into the psyche of the son so that they could be doing what they need to on the earth in order to be effective helpmates to the heiresses of the land. How are we going to do that? Got these Libra codes up for you. Yeah, is the nation. That's right. Motherland, mother principles. These is all come on with it. So in my studies, I was on the streets. I done did a little bit of everything. So I did some pastoral studies when I first started, and it was teaching me that the word for spirit in the Hebrew language is ruach, and ruach is a feminine noun. Ruach is person, place, or thing. So you can say that all through more science, baby, it could be proven scientifically. So you say that the person, place, or thing is the atmosphere itself, the energy. The ruach is the feminine noun. So if you ain't honoring the nature, the earth, the mother, the matriarch, the womb, the seed, and all that is of her, all her working parts, you're going to be jacked up out here. Oh, and we got the Libra codes right here. So this says, let me just make sure that I'm right before I get too trippy. Yeah. All wanton violence, okay, committed against persons in the invaded country. This is an invaded country right now. You're being occupied by colonizers. All destruction of property, not commanded by the authorized officer. All robbery, all pillage or sacking, even after taking a place by main force. All raping, wounding, maiming, or killing of such inhabitants are prohibited under the penalty of death, or such other severe punishment as may seem adequate for the gravity of the offense. What is that saying? Now, let's go to the civil order. Because the civil order tell you that the Libra codes is supposed to be instituted throughout the land. So that if these policy enforcers are doing what? Hold on. Raping, forcing the contract, wounding, shooting our children, our sons, maiming, beating you up with batons, killing you, of such inhabitants are prohibited under the penalty of death. Now, what did the Pope's civil order say? 2014. Let's see. We're going to go down the line. After you get woke up, then you know that you're a Moor, and then you can have a worldview where you know how you fit into the world politics and all of that. Then you will find out these laws and these codes that's be able to protect you on the land. Then you won't be sitting around wondering why you all jacked up. Civics and jurisprudence. That's what all of these churches and these mosques be teaching. I went into the mosque and they told me throw water in my nose and get on the ground and say these prayers like almost 8 times when I was in the mosque. I did it so much. Woo! I was trying to get close to Allah, baby. Yeah. And when I was in these churches, I was trying to get close to Allah too. The reason why y'all be crying all the time in them churches. Y'all be going to them churches and y'all be crying. At the altar, I was snotting. I was crying so bad. Why? Because I was around a lot of sorrowful souls. What? So psychologically, come with it. This is what they teach you. Create the problem. You're spiritually sick. You're mentally sick. You're emotionally sick. You're sick, period. Why? Because you don't want to just get yourself back in nature and take care of your bodies. So create the problem. All of these chemtrails create the problem. GMOs create the problem. Your body's all messed up. So you need Jesus to heal you, right? So you walk to this church. and you in this church, if they say they got the remedy, when you hear Jesus, let me tell you, scientifically speaking, the words, the letters, they're all connected by frequency, by electronic frequency. If you look up, when you say the word, there's a frequency, and that frequency touches your being, touches your consciousness. That's why if you say it a whole bunch of times, it feels like you're feeling real powerful. Okay? Woo! I'm trying to teach you about the science. I'll show you the post where I broke down how Jesus scientifically, when you speak those words, the vibrational frequency hits your conscious being, and you be like, woo, Krishna. Yeah, anointed. Come on with it, baby. They don't know nothing about this anointing, boy. Boy, they sleep out this anointing. Yeah, they wish they could get it this rich. And it came from suffering. It came from watching these matriarchs suffer while these sons just twiddle their thumbs. Libra codes, back to the Pope civil order. Woo! I don't know if I'm in the ether somewhere. I'm gone. I promise you. I ain't at the pulpit this morning, but this is the called out one. This is the church right now. Civics and civil order. Yeah, they can't get it like me. Because I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. It's in your being. Yeah, baby. Come on with it. Woo! Yeah. This civil order, July 4th. This is what this say. When I find the exact verse, then I'm going to show y'all how we connected to the law of the land. So you take the civil order and you take the Libra code and you go to the United States Marshal and you say, hey, United States Marshal, what's up with you? This is what you say. And then when you do that, you say, these civil orders came from, these writs came from your people. What's going on? How come you ain't on the land helping these nationals out when these corporate policy enforcers trying to be abusing it? Then they get up, whatever grievance you have, hey, they trying to evict me. Hey, they keep on coming to my place. Hey, they harassing me. Hey, they got one of my sons detained. They get up and they go see about the matter. Woo, come on with it, baby. Whoever that was, I thank you. Now, this is the civil order, and this is what it says. Come on with it. No orders, executives, or otherwise issued by Barack H. Obama pertaining authority on the land of the American states while operating as President of the United States Corporation, nor as the President of the United States of America minor, are owed any performance by the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Ham, or any ordinary. The ordinaries are the corporate policy enforcers, okay? This is right. All plainly stated grants of contractual authority evident in the Constitution for the United States of America remain in place, subject to good faith performance of the accompanying obligations and treaties. So when I take that and I say, hey, Mr. General Ham, and I go, you see this video where I spoke your name to these policy enforcers and they dishonored you and your name and the civil order and the Pope and all of y'all family members that's up there trying to do what's right in the land? Yeah, okay. You want to go see about them? Okay, let's go see about them then. Then what's going to happen? Let me show you what's going to happen when we go see about them. Woo, come on with it, baby. Y'all ain't going to get it like this. Where is that? Yeah, I'm about to show you what's going to happen to them. Yeah. This is why I told y'all to send in these 1099 OIDs. I'm about to tell you why through this civil order, why you're supposed to do these processes and what happens when you do. Any expense or damage incurred by these organic states or any American state citizen as a result of actions undertaken by any federal agency. That's the corporate policy states. That's the policy enforcers in all the land. The state of, the policy, the troopers, the little police, the security officers, the private investigators, they all corporate policy enforcers. This is what it says. Any damage or expense. If they touch you, they damage you, and they expended you. All right, you're expended. All right, by these organic states or any American state citizen as a result of actions undertaken by any federal agency personnel acting as armed mercenary. acting as armed mercenaries on American state soil will be understood as the result of violent crimes committed against the peaceful inhabitants of the land, and will incur immediate judgment, liquidating the assets of the International Monetary Fund, which the British accredited, come on with it, the bar, the British accredited registry, they have a stake in that. I even believe they have a trust in that, in the International Monetary Fund. And the Federal Reserve, in payment of the stipulated reparations. Such crimes shall be considered contract default, increasing the public debt subject to bounty. So what does that mean? If they keep on injuring the estate, that's going to cause the debt to rise, the debt of the nationals, or the debt of the service corporation. The nationals are wealthy beyond their wildest dreams. They don't know how to access the wealth yet, which we try to raise up and treat with heirs to teach them how to access the wealth, but we got to make sure they ain't going to be stupid with it. And go buy 1 million bottles of Jack Daniels, get their nails done 1 million times, buy 1,000 pairs of Farmer Gucci or Farmer Namos. I don't even know how to say that stuff. Woo, Marzi Jabir L. What's up with your partner? That's the elder in Georgia. So, Marzi Jabir L. and Akil Hanif Bey, y'all in Georgia, y'all get it together with Dolores Bunch Bay. She's in Georgia as well. Contact her and y'all start treating concerning building central consulate and raising up these heirs to be able to operate in this government. The religious extract more from the community than they give, extracting, not infusing, intelligence, uplifting, self-sufficiency, and unity. None of them. Correct. And when last time I checked, the sum total of the net worth of all of the religious entities on the earth is like 7 trillion. Now, guess who that belongs to? Y'all don't think it don't belong to the Moors? And y'all supposed to be using it to feed the nations? The nation is starving because the Moors don't want to wake up and learn the law to be able to access the wealth that belongs to them so they can use it to feed the rest of the world. And that's why the world is mad at us niggers. Back to the Libra codes. Because I'm banging on them. Yeah, 1099 OID. When they injure your estate, when they come to you, when they do anything, immediately sue them. When you sue them and you create a lawsuit, you make sure you put that 1099 OID in there. And then you price whatever you don't look. You could say $1 billion in gold-backed currency, and they may honor it, okay? 70 billion, 100 billion, whatever. Because you do have that in your reserves. You own it. You just don't know where it's at, how much it is, and who's distributing it to you right now, and how to access it. But those people have it secure, and they know what they're doing, and they waiting on you to wake up. Our ancestors got this thing together. Y'all don't think that our ancestors, the more scientists, got it together, but they waiting on y'all to wake up. All of them is waiting till the heirs get competent enough to not mismanage the wealth and destroy it so the rest of the world can't be fed. Woo! Come on with it. What's this Libra code say about this United States Marshal that all of the nationals are start to grieve to? All of y'all are going to turn your grievances to the Marshal. This is the reason why. You're going to go to his office, you're going to call his phone, you're going to send these writs and these affidavits to him. The Marshal and the Archdiocese, the two people together, since the Archdiocese is the point of contact for the Pope, him and the Marshal is supposed to be talking. You know what I'm saying? So you see, the Archdiocese, the Pope, he wrote the civil order, and the Archdiocese is supposed to be communicating what's in the civil order to the marshals on the land. So you say, hey, Mr. Marshal, the civil order say that these Archdiocese is supposed to be talking to you about this and enforcing this. Get them together. Figure out how you can get them to come together. Y'all supposed to be talking. Hey, Mr. Archdiocese of my land. Hey, they wanted the church. If I was y'all, I would flood that Archdiocese. I'm talking about all you nationals. Woo! Come on with it, baby. If I was you nationals, I would get out the Salvation Army. I would get out the penal system. I would get off these streets, and I would walk right up to all of them Catholic churches where them archdioceses be being, and I would be sitting in mass if I was y'all. Yep, high, drunk, scummed out, clean, taken care of, professional, unprofessional. If I was y'all, I would flood the archdiocese. And when he asked, why are all y'all there? I would give him the civil order, and I would tell him he needs to talk to the marshal to get the marshal to start talking to the sheriffs to get the sheriffs to start doing what they need to do. Matter of fact, they all need to start doing what they need to do. Come on with it. But first, y'all, get up. Get up out your beds, get off your TVs, get out the nail shops, get out the GMO-infested grocery stores, get out your ego. Come on, man. Get in your soul, baby. Yeah. All right. Come on with it. Article 46. Neither officers nor soldiers are allowed to make use of their position or power in the hostile country for private gain, not even for commercial transactions, otherwise legitimate. Offenses to the contrary committed by commissioned officers will be punished with cashiering or such other punishments as the nature of the offense may require. If by soldiers, they shall be punished according to the nature of the offense. Now listen, so military personnel, those are soldiers. They shall be punished according to the nature of their offense. But these corporate policy enforcers, punished with cashiering. What is cashiering? Let me tell you what cashiering is. When you take the 1099 OID and the forms and you send them to the International Monetary Fund, they say, hey, this all caps corporation, policy enforcer, just damaged one of our children, damaged one of the nationals of the land. I say children because, you know, the babies and the matriarchs and the elders are dear to me. You sons, I got it out with y'all right now. So when I see y'all starting to do the very thing you were created to do, which was be a helpmate to women, to the matriarch, when I see y'all doing that, then I don't have a problem with y'all no more. Psalm 68, 5 and 6, excuse me. Let's see here. Subject to bounty. Here it goes. I've been waiting for this one. Yeah. Woo, baby. I love it. In your being. Margie DeBeer. Let me just a real quick second here. You're going to be, after we commission the consuls in Georgia, all of the prisoners of war, they're going to be giving us their appellations. We're going to send you their paperwork. Y'all going to take y'all consular credentials and you're going to go to the provost marshal and the archdiocese, and y'all going to say, hey, this particular son is illegally detained, a daughter. If I was y'all, I would go get all the matriarchs out first. They genocidal prisoner of war camps programming our matriarchs. So if they in the prisons, Oklahoma's bad with it. Oklahoma imprisons women more than they do men. All of you consuls in Oklahoma, you know who you are that's treating with me, because I already sent my affidavits and writs to the archdiocese in Oklahoma. When I was in Oklahoma and they was trying to harass me, the policy enforcers and everybody was coming after me and trying to send warrants out for me. When I sent my writs to the head department for all the districts, the lead bar attorney, this bar association member, when I sent my writs to him, and I said in an intelligent tone, I was like, you the head of this bar association in all of these districts. I'm like, I know you would do the right thing and follow this law and this truth. So because I know that, I'm sending you these writs and these affidavits, and I'm telling you, and I'm asking for you to tell your people to lift these warrants and leave me alone and stop harassing me. They never responded. They stopped harassing me. Then when I called the archdiocese in Oklahoma, I talked to the lady in an intelligent tone. I said, hey, I got some writs and some affidavits. I said, I want to mail them to you. They're by 8 by 5 by 11. I want to email them to you. I said, is there an email I can email to the Pope so he could file them for the records? She said, yes. I sent them and she filed them, or she kept them, or whatever she did with them. I know they observed them. Yeah. So in Oklahoma, the point of contact for you guys is the archdiocese and the marshal. I'm going to start giving y'all credentials of Oklahoma. We are, the Moorish American federal government. I am no thing. Zero. Don't get it twisted. The greatest number on earth. Yeah. Y'all need to manipulate that zero and learn how to multiply it. Even though they tell you that anything multiplied by zero is zero, you'd be surprised, baby. There's there's so many ways to get to the same number. You get your credentials. You know that Oklahoma is bad for incarcerating the matriarchs. So you go down there and you find these matriarchs that have low-level offenses that ain't a crime to a person, and then you extract them. And then later on, we work on the ones that's the crime to the person. We do. All right. Woo! Come on with it. Back to the Libra codes and the Avalon Project right now. I need to contact these people. Yeah. Where's this at? Crimes punishable by all penal codes, such as arson, murder, maiming, assaults, highway robbery, theft, burglary, fraud, forgery, and rape, if committed by an American soldier in a hostile country against its inhabitants, are not only punishable as at home, but in all cases in which death is not afflicted, the severe punishment shall be preferred. So now we got the civil order that says this right here. Any and all corporate officers of the United States or any successor organizations, corporate officers of the United States or any successor organizations, inheriting federal service contracts who support, condone, or promote such crimes against the American state citizens, which are you Moors, and you're supposed to have a Morse appellation that attributes to you. And then if you look at the CMBA's congressional record, Zodiac Constitution, it will tell you that you're not even supposed to be in the tribunals. It's registered in Congress. It's enforced in law. It's supposed to be. American state citizens or against American state citizens shall be subject to arrest, confiscation of their assets, and deportation to Puerto Rico, Guam, or other such states as may be willing to receive them. Such foreign officials, so didn't the, and I know his government name too, but I ain't gonna say it, didn't the vicar, you gotta respect the man for the position he's in. You ain't gotta respect him for the things that he do. But the position can be respected. The vicar, did he just say such foreign officials? So he told you they foreign. We got consular courts, federal consular courts, Article 3 bound, constitutionally bound judges ready to sign orders to enforce this, right? Orders of them being arrested. Orders of confiscation of their assets, orders of their deportation to Puerto Rico or Guam, which if we go to ICE, that's what they're supposed to be doing. So you see all of our, El Chico Libre, where you at? All of our Mexican, Latino Moors, all of them getting deported by ICE. ICE is supposed to be deporting these foreign officials, okay? So how do you get that? Archdiocese, point of contact for the Pope's civil order. Provost Marshal, enforcement with the gun to fulfill the Libre order. The law in your hand. Your grievance in an intelligible tone. The ICE, International Customs Enforcement, or whoever the hell they are. And the grievance. The offense, the all from the foreign official. And what does it say? Such foreign officials include members of the American and British Bar Associations who were licensed to act as privateers against the interests of the American states and the American state citizens from 1845 to 2013. Y'all want to know what happened in 1845? Go research. In flagrant breach of trust, that was the fall of the Moors. Well, the political activity of the Moors, 1845. The Republic. All such licenses are now extinguished. Members of the Bar Association are required to cease and desist assaults against the American state citizens. What is an assault to you? Trying to force a bar association member on you when you are standing in propria persona telling the people that you're going to present yourself. That's an assault. Trying to force people on you and force you to contract. That's you being assaulted. So you can say, hey, they're trying to force me to contract when I already said that I'm not civilly mortuus and I'm not a corporation. I don't care nothing about this QSIP number or this birth certificate or anything that got to do. I only care about living in peace and being able to build on my land. Can you help me do that? Woo! Come on with it, baby. In your being. In intelligible tone. Flagrant breach of trust. All such licenses are now extinguished. Members of the Bar Association are required to cease and desist assaults against the American states and American state citizens and shall be subject to arrest, confiscation, and deportation otherwise. Now check this out. This is what it means. In so much as corporate officers operating the United States of America, Incorporated, and the United States have contrived under conditions of fraud and semantic deceit to revenue the estates of the American states and living American state citizens. What does it mean to revenue your estates? Okay. They go and escheat your property. How do they do that? My brother Moose, Asawi Bey. They forge the deed of his property, of his people's property. They forged the deed and then try to evict him off the property. He called me and had me call three-way and listen to the lead attorney on the case. And when I chimed in and finally got to treating with her and told her she's not, by way of these laws, supposed to be treating with the nationals of the land because there's a jurisdiction problem here, then when he tried to contact her, she told him she can no longer speak to him. And then finally left him alone. Well, this is what it means to revenue your estate. Take your property, liquidate it, and then evict you off the land and let you die out. And they pretend it's theirs, and you die out, and now all of the corporations and the policy enforcers is enjoy your land. Not on my watch. Not on Prophet Noble Drew Ali watch neither. So the revenuing of your estates, they use these commercial processes. They use them. The 1099, the judge, when he see your all cap name, he puts your all cap name in the 1099. Whatever charges or things he wants to get out of your estate, he sends to the IMF. The IMF takes it out of the International Monetary Funds and sends it to that particular judge's, de facto judge's account. Your all caps name straw that you're supposed to be reaping the benefits of, right? They use that. It's on the stock market. I got the website that you could type your social security number in and it will show you all the contracts throughout all the world where all your name, your number is being used. Your number and your name being traded on the stock market. I got a website for that. Yeah. Y'all seen this website? I'll post it if y'all want this website to go see y'all social security number and it being used by these people. Let me see. Very true. Bar members must stand down and licenses extinguished indeed. Yes. And the only way we're going to do that, the only way we're going to be able to effectuate that process is by going to speak. We take the civil order. We take our writs and our affidavits and our laws and our truths. We take our grievances and all as a body, a collective body, which is what we're doing. We go down to the archdiocese. We go down to the provost marshal. We as a body of people, as a family, and we say, hey, this is what's going on in our republics. Now, these is the consulars. These are the consular courts doing that. Band together. We get our stuff together. So, woo, come on. House divided against itself cannot stand, baby. A house divided against itself cannot stand. The consuls in the Republic of Georgia, when y'all get consul, you band together as a family, you go to this provost marshal, and you go to this archdiocese, y'all set up this meeting. The meeting is going to be them enforcing the Constitution and enforcing a civil order. Y'all have a responsibility as nationals as well. Execute the 1099. If you don't know how, sending it to the International Monetary Fund in the IRS, find somebody that does. Now, somebody got mad at me because I just threw the process out there and then teach on how to do it. No, I'm not going to do that. Because you know what? I best learned by jumping in the water and just doing it. Whoa, what's this? Oh, a process. Okay. Well, what's the laws? Oh, reading, turn the paper. Oh, it means it that way. Turn the paper. Oh, it means it that way. Law, research. Can't sleep. Bing! Oh, it makes sense now. Because I studied to know myself and this law. Woo! And stay studying. I got to eat. You're going to deprive me of wisdom and knowledge by way of deceit, and I finally find the truth? Boy, I'm consuming this thing. Woo! Come on with it, baby. I don't know what you boys is doing out here. Shoot, I'm getting fed. My psychic mind is getting fed. Y'all don't know. I was like a vegetable as a kid. I couldn't critically think for myself because how messed up they had me with all of that stuff and doing all of them spurious practices. Then when I woke up and started actually working on taking care of my brain and critically thinking, now I be creating things with my mind. Woo! They don't know nothing about it. 1099 OID. All of your written in the affidavits. Point of contact be the judge, the Moorish American consulate for whatever territory you in. After the point of contact, whatever orders that y'all want me to be signing, it has to be intelligent tone. So you say, okay, you go to the provost marshal and you go to the archdiocese and you say, I have a Mohammedan judge, Article 3 bound to enforce this particular law. These people trying to evict me or do whatever, you got the fraud all together. So this order, when you sign it, whatever corporate policy enforcer done offended y'all, then the marshal go with y'all to the policy enforcer and arrest that person and take them wherever the civil order just said it's supposed to happen, right? So Yeshaya, Yisrael, you asked me about articulating how to get that done after free flowing with you for about an hour and a half. Boom! There it is, baby. These matriarchs getting taken care of today. On the line. If y'all want some documents, I'm just going to be emailing them to you. I don't care what they is. Study them. Spiritual texts, laws. Where's my flash drive at? 9 gigabyte flash drive for all nationals. Today is freebie day. Woo! Come on with it. Here's the reason why. I'm sorry. My bad. I be asking y'all to give. And sometimes, even though I use the most of what y'all give to me to be doing this work, even though I need to be giving back to y'all. So, what y'all could think of that y'all missing concerning documentation. And all of our consuls have some way to digitally transfer funds. Y'all know who y'all connected with in Central Consulate. This is what we want. Anytime a need arises, we want to care for that need. Where does that come from? Hold on a minute. I got y'all. Because y'all don't know why I do the things I do. I'm going to tell y'all. And I know why y'all do the things y'all do. Because you. And can't nobody stop you from being you. It's a beautiful thing. You are a beautiful thing. Woo! Come on with it. Let me make sure this right. Yeah. I don't know where that's at right now. Back to the civil order, because I was trying to find that. I don't know. I just lost my way. Oh, there we go. So, post your email. If you're looking for a document that I done said that I was supposed to give to y'all and you ain't received it, let me know, because I got this flash drive and I'm sending it. You want books, pictures, history? Let me get in this flash drive. I'll just read some of this stuff to y'all, and if y'all want it, y'all say send it, I'll send it. Today, this morning, and for the next however long, my spirit tell me to be on here. I'm going to be on here giving y'all this information. So this is Humanity and Civics. 8th grade test, 32 pass of wisdom, Miss of the Bible, Gates of Officiation, Louisiana Purchase Treaty, and Classic Certification of Services, Banks Can't Own Property Document, Black's Law Dictionary Edition, 4th edition, the Buck Act, a building permit, Christian black codes, civil orders, the Clearfield Doctrine, colonial articles, contract law, Cooper Williams, Behold, Creature from Jekyll Island, ebook, Stolen Legacy, entire UCC book, from Babylon to Timbuktu, Timbuktu. What's this? GCF, a constitutional dollar. GCF Baltimore City Charter, the Avalon Project, the Global Report on the UN. What was this? Kabbalah Unveiled, the Quran Moorish, whatever y'all want. I'm going to say it to y'all. Study more at gmail.com. Got you covered. In the meantime, let's just take a few seconds to get this right. All those East states. What are the East states? First, the East state is you. Your corporate straw name that's located on your birth certificate. They kill you when you dead by way of they corporate instruments. Birth certificate, social security card, all of these instruments, they take your wealth and be using it to fund their operations and continue to colonize the land. All those East states and East states, states and East states, erroneously believed to represent the American states and American state citizens. What are they talking about? The corporations. So what is the corporation? State of Maryland, corporation. State of New York, corporation. State of corporation. Those are the corporations. Okay? What are the two republics? All of you Moors and all of the real cultural history and heritage that all of y'all know and that y'all supposed to be enforcing to everybody that you talk to on all the land to heal these babies. All of that is wrapped up in y'all speaking vibrationally this law and these truths. Erroneously believed to represent us, the Moors, and the American states, the true republic, and the American state citizens, and which were conveyed by fraud and legal deceit to the United States of America Minor. The United States of America Minor is all the collection of the corporations, okay? They were conveyed, the East states were conveyed by what? A process, a commercial process. The 1099 that all of them stupid bar association accredited registered people are using to esteat your estate. Now, when y'all saying that form in, the marshal should, or whoever's supposed to be doing it should, y'all need a trust, and y'all need a non-interest trust-bearing account, because what that does is it gives you some numbers you can give them on your 1099 to be able to have them transfer whatever that de facto corporate judge done did to you, whatever fees. Y'all don't have to say $1 billion in gold back currency. Y'all could say this law says for this crime, this is how much I'm to receive in credits transferred into my trust-bearing account. And that's what happens. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all don't know whether or not I got $1 trillion or not, but even if I did, I bet you I wouldn't go nowhere, because family ain't supposed to be divided. I don't care how much money you got. And these uppity Moors in all these high places that's reaping the benefits of Rome right now, while these children out here starving, they about to get a rude awakening. Because King Alfred, Rex 84, they said they was finna destroy all of them if they faking the funk. Go read King Alfred. Y'all want me to bring it up? It say that we are bound to this continent by heritage. So we ain't got nowhere to go to get deported to. And most of the world, by way of the propaganda, think we black and niggas. And some of the world, the whole world know that we Moors. Some people think we black, Negro colored, and all them spurious, what do they say, statuses they put on you. Those labels they put on you. Color crayons. East states, American state citizens, Libra codes. Where am I at? Finish it on up. Come on with it. Believed to represent the American state citizens, which were conveyed by fraud and legal deceit to the United States of America Minor, and more recently to the city-state of the United Nations. What is the city-state of the United Nations? Hey, you people, all you Moors that's woke with me on this line and that banging with me, What is the city-state of the United Nations? Any state of our corporations, indeed. No comments? Well, let's find out together. Because if I don't know, I'm going to tell you. United Nations, Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People. Y'all can take that law to the Archdiocese and the Marshal. Y'all can take the 1961 Vienna Convention to the Marshals. Y'all can take y'all written y'all affidavits and the notice of existence to the marshals in the archdiocese of your particular region. Put pressure on the Catholic Church to do its job, which is care for the Moors. So, all of you Christians and you pennies, you Pentecostals that's dancing in the Holy Ghost right now, you at the altar, snotting, paying your tithe, listening to some bishop tell you what to do about your spirit, what you should already know. All of you, I'm telling you, I used to dance in the spirit. Woo, boom, 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 that music, boy. Boom, boom, I love dancing in the spirit. Woo, couldn't nobody take that away from me. Woo, anytime I was stressed, I would hit the church and I'd be dancing in the spirit. Woo, next thing you know, I know the spirit all over me. Woo, I feel better about myself. Come on with it. But they ain't tell you that came from the Yoruba tribe. The Yoruba tribe used to dance in the spirit together as a unified family and feel that spiritual energy. Then when I did my Akashic Records, I found out that was the Yoruba tribe. And they be dealing with herbs and roots. And they be consulting the Orishnas. Yeah, and I need a head reading. So one of you, I think it's called a Babaluska, y'all got to get in contact with me. And please don't be trying to charge me a whole bunch to get my head read. Come on with it. I'm going to help us find the city-state of the United Nations. Woo! Where is that? That's where I was at right now. Because we're going to break it down. And we're going to find out what we need to do as nationals to be okay on this land. These men, whoever these sons are, the ones that's doing the work, I commend you. The ones that's not, man, y'all some dogs, man. Get up. Wake up. Get out of whatever you in of the United Nations and go to work. Vatican City. Hold on. There are a total of 54 countries or territories that are currently not in the United Nations, independent city-state. So it's either Philadelphia, right, or New York. Now, I believe it's Philadelphia, to be honest with you, because that's where the Pope visited. So when y'all find that out, whether I'm wrong or right, let me know. What did it say? And more recently to the city-state of the United Nations, are revenued without exception to the geographically defined American states and the American state citizens, where they shall remain in perpetuity as assets belonging to the rightful and lawful beneficiaries. Oh, so what are we talking about? Land, fixtures, buildings, hereditaments, resources, waterways, boats, trees, the oceans, the beaches. You will sit. Listen, Moors, all of you sitting at the Salvation Army homeless right now, under them blankets with all of them bed bugs, you own the beaches, okay? The Pope said that, well, first of all, Allah said it and gave our ancestors the wisdom to be able to transfer the land to us. You own the beaches. So instead of sitting on there in those buildings, in those deplorable conditions where all of them corporations is treating you crazy, why don't you go to the beach and start building? Get you some grapes, eat some good food instead of being fed them GMOs in those corporations, in those homeless shelters. Get out there and start building. You get up every day, you smoke them cigarettes, you drink that alcohol, you sit here, you chase tail, you gamble, you're running around, doing whatever, getting high. Man, aren't y'all tired of that? Like, for real? Aren't you tired of walking around like zombies? All of you men, all of you elders out there, 30, 40, 20, 30, and 40. I'm gonna give y'all that space. I'm gonna leave my 60s and 70s alone. 20, 30s, and 40s. My matriarch, my homegirl, she's like a twin flame to me. She in Philadelphia, her and her consort, they getting ready to bang with the Mufti piece. Because they tired of it. They know the importance, and I salute you, General. They know the importance of being bonding together as one unit and protecting the babies. So they gonna get these Mufti pieces together, and we gonna be on these streets. Because that's where we belong anyway, in the land. Where are you men at? In the corporations, in the places where the corporations done created for you to forget about the matriarch. You're in the strip clubs, you're in the fine fast cars, you're in your mansions, you're everywhere else but the land, protecting the matriarch. Everywhere else. Your mind is everywhere else but the matriarch. But she's supposed to be doing something for you. Yeah. Miss me. I don't know. Philadelphia, Avalon Project, American State Citizens, rightful and lawful beneficiaries. That's the matriarch. So all you matriarchs, I ain't even talking to these sons. Hit me up. I'm going to go through. I got a conference call on Wednesdays. I go through the 1099 commercial process and show you how to use that process to get what you need out of this corporation, so you don't have to go work for the corporation and you can spend time taking care of your children, your babies. Please, I'm not talking about these 18-year-old plus men. That's not your babies. Please, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the young ones that's incompetent and vulnerable right now. If they of age and they in your life and they ain't putting in the work, being on these streets or doing what they need to, at one point in time, men will work for 7 years for a woman. The privilege of being with her. Huh? And now you men think you just gonna hit it and quit it. Boy, stop. You women, it's your responsibility to make them men honor you. And if you don't, they ain't gonna get out on the streets and do the work to protect you. So if you want to keep passing them, firing them, and pleasing yourself while you're doing so at the expense of your seed and yourself, then you go right on ahead. If you want these men to get out on these streets and do what they need to do, then you're going to stop changing their diapers. Woo! Come on with it. In your being, take them off the tit, mama. Yeah. Libra codes. Estates, lawful beneficiaries, are legal fiction entities, however structured, and named after the American states and American state citizens. Okay, legal fiction entities, your corporate starman name, and all of the corporate states, legal fiction entities, structured by way of colorable documentation that's being sent to the International Monetary Fund, to a teacher estate, however structured and named after the American state citizens. That's why they tell you to declare your nationality and do a name change in a declaration, because this way they can no longer use your corporate starman name on the stock market to be a sheet in your estate, so they don't have the funds to be able to exist in this land no more. And American state citizens are returned to them in their control, free and clear of any debt, promise, encumbrance, or obligation alleged against them as a result of false claims made in their behalf. So Moose, listen to me right now while I'm reading this, bro. 4 years later, General Ham in the land. Let me do something for y'all. I told y'all here in Arlington, Virginia, CIA watching me on Facebook, I do not care. When I just looked, you know what they did with my Maryland case? They postponed it. They reset it for a later date. Why do you think that is? Because I'm banging on them. Boy, you better back up off of me. I'm banging on with this law right now. They say, oh, I was supposed to be in court on the 1st. Well, why am I still standing here right now with y'all? And I just look, no warrant, no nothing. Why? Why? Because I'm banging on them with this law. I send them the written affidavits. I mail them in the mail. I do whatever I need to do. I go down to that trooper office. I send them right in their face, and I serve them jokers. And then if they get more belligerent, I sue them. So I take the process. I sit down. I start typing up. I write with my hand. I do whatever I got to do. I get my truths on a piece of paper. I put my thumbprint. I put that stamp, and I go do what I need to do. Because quiet is kept. Even though that's all beautiful, you could really write on a piece of paper whatever it is your soul convicts, and you could stamp it, and you could serve somebody with it. And in law, that's a verifiable affidavit standing as law. Then if you want to get savvy and fancy and sedity, then you go into commercial codes and the law and the Constitution and all of that and add that stuff in, and now you sedity. Woo, with the law. They can't turn nowhere. They go to their UCCs, they go to the federal whatever, they go to our nature, they go to our law. They can't turn nowhere. They stuck. So they got to obey when you serve them. Or just because you spoke up and said something, like, you ain't right, mother. And I'm tired of you doing what you're doing to me. And if you don't stop, woo, one or two things happen. See, they connected to your energy, and we need each other to survive. So when I say we need each other, they need your genetic code because theirs is a recessive gene. In order to survive, listen to what I'm saying. The Europeans colonized the lands of the Moors because they need your DNA, your genetic DNA, to survive as a species. It's a recessive gene. And the last Moor I talked about it, she said, I know that. And I said, yeah, and you still beautiful. And she said, I know. And I was like, and she said, you still beautiful. And I said, I know. And we was beautiful together as a Moor and a European. Because y'all so short-sighted with this flesh and with how you feel about what happened to you. When we live in the present moment where you can create and affect whatever you need to. Ooh, tell the truth. Hey, Mr. European, I know you need me to survive my genetic code, and you're going to have to accept that and stop trying to be all spurious with your practices behind that. Now, we got some more matriarchs. They have 100% Moabitist blood in them. They choose, by way of their own mind, to give themselves to a European man. Guess what? That's their soul, psychics, conscious, minds, body, choice to give themselves that European man. If she gets impregnated by him, then the European species survives. Then the environment, the cosmos, or whatever it was that made that Moabitist woman choose to do that, said that the European race is supposed to continue to survive until the conscious universe tells the matriarch not to give herself to the European man. Then the race will be able to go figure it out in the lab somewhere on how to do it without the genetics of the Moors. They will go into the lab and stop trying to use our genetic code to survive. Another part of that is when we as muftis and men who are tired of our women getting raped and trafficked and sex trafficked and used, their body used and then impregnated by whatever different cultures that are out there, where we get tired of that and start sewing it up and cleaning it up and commanding our women to start strengthening our genetic bloodline, then our genes will be stronger and we'll be able to do, and they'll know they ain't got no stake in this just genetic code, and they'll go figure it out for themselves. Either way. And if you know, whoever you Moors are, you know, whatever way you chose is your business. But let me tell you something. If you're going to choose to come alongside a European woman and have seeds with her, please tell them the truth about everything. So there's no mixture between the family members when we growing up, or there's no confusion regarding the heirs of the land and the occupiers and the other children. The siblings. There's no confusion between the siblings. Woo! I said with y'all. They almost cut me off. I didn't see. I've been preaching to y'all for about 2 straight hours, and I almost had this thing die on me. And I was glad it told me, because I don't know if I would have been able to save the video or not. Last thing. Finally figured out the process according to the civil order on how to get your stuff back. United States citizens inked by any foreign officials operating by the United States of America major nation, city, state. So that's another place that you want to go. Wherever the nation, United Nations city, state is falsely claiming to represent them or have jurisdiction over them. They're falsely claiming to have jurisdiction over you and represent you. So you could take that one little line. You could take that paragraph to the archdiocese and the marshal, you nationals, with your paperwork, and say, lawfully, I've already did all of this, and now this has been proven that I'm an heir to this estate, or more, right? And you don't even have to say a more, because they already know you are more. You could just say an heir to this estate. Everyone in their mind knows you're a more, but you. Falsely claiming, and then when you assert your right as the heirs of the land, in their head they say, a more speaking. That's the cheating of the estates. That's the estates. They're thinking about the estates. They know about the estates. And then they start operating the way they're supposed to be when you're dealing with them. United Nations city, state, falsely claiming to represent them or have jurisdiction over them. Take that one right there. They're falsely claiming. So you could say, this policy enforcer is coming to my home, this sheriff, falsely claiming to have jurisdiction over me and represent me. This bar association member trying to force themselves on me, claiming to represent me or have jurisdiction over me. What the marshal gonna say when he's the one? Let me see here. Where this part at? Let me find it. Hold on a minute. We know that the current circumstance is in part the result of criminal acts engaged in 150 years ago. Let's do some math. Y'all ready to do some math? Because we connecting dots right here, baby. Y'all want to know how it all fits together. Let's do some math. 150 years ago from 2018. Let's do that. 1918, 1918, 08, 18, 98, 78, 68, 58, 1858. The abolishment of consular courts. Released jurisdiction in the West, Morocco, but never released jurisdiction here. Abolishment of consular courts. The Moors operating in the political arena. Jurors, jury, councilmen, congressmen, legislators, presidents, not of the corporations, of your own land. So, instead of letting your son grow up thinking any old thing, like he should be whatever it is the program is trying to program him to be, talk to him all day long about being a Moor to present the empire to the rest of the world. Come on with it, baby. Yeah. Is in part the result of criminal acts engaged in 150 years ago, which resulted in the commercial. That's why it takes a commercial process to remedy the situation. Commercial enslavement of African Americans who were summarily claimed as chatels back in the U.S. government. U.S. government, United States Service Corporation, bankrupt, I believe in 1933. Commercial enslavement. So, which resulted in commercial enslavement, the abolishment of consular courts, and our role in Congress and in the political arena, and the commercial process, the birth certificates, the social security numbers, all of those documents that they try to adhere you to, those adhesion contracts, all of those paperworks. Why? Why you walking around? You chilling. You're trying to build, you're trying to eat you some good grapes, some fresh food, learn how to filter some water, get in the ground, play with the chemicals, play with the molecules, let the earth communicate what needs to be communicated to you so you can build some things. You chilling. What you need paperwork for? If somebody walk up to you, okay, identification purposes, one ID, the national ID, yes, because you have to identify to the world who you are by some, But if you say I am, and you don't have no paperwork, then the person has to respect you at face value. What? Whoever it is. If you tell them I am, and you say your name, they got to respect you at face value if you ain't got no paperwork. Well, if there's an occupier of your land, you don't respect them at face value. Your relatives, your kin in the land, you respect at face value, but the occupiers, you need to be demanding them to identify themselves. Everything they doing to you, you supposed to be doing to them. Who are you? In my land. Every time you're supposed to be questioning them. All around, wherever you going. What's your name? Where you from? Well, don't make it, bad. I'm talking talk to the person, the European, to awake their conscious mind about where they really from. Where are you from? Oh, America? Yeah, but I mean the origin, like where does your descendants, your ancestors come from? Oh, Europe? Oh, okay. Well, Europe's a beautiful place. Come on, have an intelligent conversation with these Europeans. When these policy enforcers are dealing with you, look, you got yours. You, by law, this is why the Supreme Court, which are really Moors, the highest levels of degrees in masonry, the Supreme Court is really Moors. They know the Moor science. They ruled that failure to identify is not an arrestable offense. All right? So if I walk up to a European and I say, identify yourself, and he don't, I can't arrest him, but I can further inquire as to whether or not he's heir to this land and to be operating and receiving benefits though. So that's what I find out, especially one that's coming for me. What? Woo, baby. You come for me, baby, and you one of these de facto corporation judges, woo, you gonna get that fire, boy. You ain't gonna be able to sleep at night. You're gonna be getting calls. You're gonna be getting emails. You're gonna be getting text messages. You're gonna be getting mental telepathy. You're gonna be getting thoughts sent to you. You're gonna be getting other Moors knocking on your door in whatever republic you're in. Boy, you ain't gonna be able to walk out your door at, boy, look. Come on with it, baby. Don't come for me. I'm telling y'all why I'm doing this. Because if my little niece right now is sitting in the corporation being programmed, then her seed is too. And her DNA is too, and her conscious mind is too, and her womb is too. So what I need to do is hurry up myself so that I can do what I need to do to go get these babies in this family. So I'm waiting for the universe to, complete me so that I can operate without encumbrance as the heir of this bloodline. When I command the order right now, because I don't necessarily have tangible assets, most of the family members, they just be like, yeah, whatever. But real soon here, I'm gonna have all that I need to be able to go get my babies. Right now, the matriarchs in my family, they doing what they can. Ain't no men doing their job around. They faring the best way they know how. So instead of putting in the work to be able to raise the children effectively, all like 20 of them, and Alina Hobbs, I love you, Auntie. Thank you for your years of support for the babies in his family, so they can stay together, so we wasn't separated in the foster care system for the next generation. Thank you for that. And whoever y'all can that's seeing my auntie continue to take care of these babies, y'all better send her some help in Minnesota. I connect y'all to her. Go help her out and connect and get together and build together. All of y'all in Minnesota. And I'm coming back there. And whoo, man, when I get back, boy, I'm gonna be stomping hardy around that place. It's gonna be so fun executing this law and officiating. Yeah. Marshal, United States Marshal. When you come to the Marshal and you say, hey, we the people note The current circumstances and part of the result criminal acts engaged in 150 years ago resulting commercial enslavement of African Americans who were solemnly shot back in U.S. government dead in the wake of the Civil War. So, come on with it, ancestors. Bring it to me. So this is what they said. They told the Crown, if you back the Civil War with your wealth, we promise to pledge the labor of the American state citizens, the Moors, back to you, either in perpetuity or period, for a specific amount of time. Well, since our matriarch and our nature got tired of the cries of the Israelites, y'all all Moors. Every last one of y'all. Nation of Islam, the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, the Pentecostals, the bishops, the Catholics, y'all Moors. They chose to pledge y'all and Citadel on the stock market to be able to repay the Crown for funding the freedom, the war that caused them to be free in the first place. Britain got knowledge from the Moors of the secrets of masonry, got smart, and learned how to do civics and jurisprudence and law, and instituted a government, and one of those boys got deceitful and betrayed their brother Moor in the code of the Moor science and used the laws to escheat the property and excommunicate the Moors out of the benefits of the land. Woo! What a deceitful plot. Can someone say Esau and Jacob? So I think because Jacob stole the birthright in the beginning, you know, Esau had to steal it in the later. Come on, man. Well, now it's full circle and we can move back around. Because quiet is kept, when you seen the reconciliation of Jacob and Esau, Jacob went and sent delegation to Esau. He sent gifts, he sent presents, he sent animals, he sent everything. And when Jacob got to Esau, and this is what we doing, we sending the truth. That's the gift to the European mind. It's the truth. How do we communicate it? By sending these written as affidavits in. Then when we get to the European and sit at the table, he's going to say, well, what was the use of sending us all of this paperwork and throwing a mountain of paperwork of truth on us? And we can say, well, just in case she was hot for whatever, happened between us, we just, letting you know the truth about us as people, as a culture together, so we could be reconciled. And you know what Esau said? Man, no problem, bro. Too much time has passed. You know what I'm saying? So what you think when I walk to see General Hand, yeah, and talk to him? What you think? Yeah, it's about to come for y'all. Y'all know I'm coming for y'all. Y'all know. For these babies and for these matriarchs and for these elders. What is that? Despite every act of abolition and declaration of prohibition against peonage and slavery, it has been the policy of the U.S. government, that's a corporation, to enslave its citizens and to operate as a rogue state among the nations of the world. Instead of freeing African Americans, Moors, the sum total result of the Civil War was to vastly expand public sector ownership of slaves, Moors. So, the Civil War, which some of you Moors won, fought and won. You fought it and you won it because the purpose for you fighting and winning it was to vastly expand the public sector ownership of you and giving rise to the outrageous and improper claims that have been made against the American states and the American state citizens. So, all of you who grow up learning about the Civil War, the reason why it happened was to vastly expand enslavement of you by any means necessary, on paper, in your spirit, in your communities, in your churches, in your mosques, in your synagogues, and everywhere. The public sector was to vastly enslave you. Slave your mind, slave your emotions, slave your kids, slave your environment, slave your home, slave your everything, to where you can't breathe. This is where you at, right here. What? Come on with it, baby. Yeah, right. I'm out this thing, boy. You think you finna hold me? Man, I used to run away from every single placement they put me, literally. I ran away. One time, they flew me from Minnesota to South Dakota, and they thought that if they flew me to another state, I wouldn't run away. Nobody could hold me because me breaking free was my declaration to them that I am. Woo! Come on with it, baby. And they need to respect me as such. Who is they? People who are led to believe, egos that are led to believe that they are more than someone else. That's who they are. Whoever it is, whoever has the authority itself thinking it is more than or better than everyone else. Ego. I vote Philadelphia. I say New York. So the city-state of the United Nations, well, the reason why I first said Philadelphia is because I believe I heard that the one true Supreme Court exists in Philadelphia. And if I was you, I would send all your lawsuits there with the commercial code that prevents you from having to pay to file your lawsuit. I would send it to the Supreme Court of Philadelphia. I would, none of your republics, none of the policy enforcers, one central location. You put the weight on one central location, and then that central location says delegation to all correspondents. They tell everybody, all correspondents, hey, it's hot around here. Y'all need to stop doing what you're doing. So my suggestion to all you Moors, two places, the Supreme Court in Philadelphia, submit your lawsuits and send your 1099 OIDs in, and New York, the United Nations, the Supreme Court in New York, because they're going to have to sit together and treat eventually, because that's what the United Nations is anyway. And in this consular courts, the temples that's rocking with me, y'all know who y'all are. I love y'all, man. And thank y'all for being honest and freeing the people. Please start distributing the land and discharging the debt of the nationals. Every single member in your temple should not have any debt at all. Woo! Come on with it, baby. Listen, if you Moors are sitting in the temple after seeing the law, after hearing their responsibility as grand sheiks, after hearing and seeing congressional records, after hearing and seeing law, if you keep walking into those temples and not demanding the grand sheiks to officiate and execute the law and operate in Act 1, then you are dead, or you are stupid, or you are asleep, or you are deceived, or the grand sheik, the imam, or whoever he is, has a mystical spell over you. Hey, Mr. Grand Sheik, I got some debt. You know about this Form 1010-5909 and how to discharge debt. You know it because not only did OT Beg just show you this on Facebook, and I'm showing this right now, but you got all the information to be able to operate your temple without these sheriffs coming in here telling you what to do. Oh, okay. And all of your family members, all of your bloodline, and all of your closest kin is protected because you understand how to execute these prophecies. Well, just because I'm not a part of your bloodline, Grand Sheik, and just because I'm not a part of your particular temple, Grand Sheik, I'm still a more Grand Sheik. So you have a responsibility, whether or not I choose to be a part of your corporate temple or not, to do what this law say. Woo! Come on, baby. And you know how many times I've been shot, Grand Sheik, for deceiving the people. Yeah, come on with it, baby. There's another form somebody gave me. It's a consular form. If I remember it, then that's something else the Grand Sheik used. And boy, look, Prophet Noble Jew Ali, he upset. 50,000 on his head is disrespect. These Grand Sheiks supposed to be living in the 5 pillars of light and doing what he gave them the responsibility to do. Are there no more Grand Sheiks that were connected to the Prophet during his time that still have the trust, the true original trust? And if it has been compromised, then thank you, Grand Sheiks, that remember through meditation and DNA of reinstituting it. Thank you for writing it up and then delivering it to the Moors so that our babies can have something on this land. Thank you for that. Unless you COINTELPRO that's put in place to hold on. greatly expand the public sector ownership of slaves. Come on with it, baby. Unless you put in place to do that. If you is, then these babies don't mean nothing to you and neither to these people. And all of you people that are listening to this right now need to get out those temples and get on the street and start doing some work. Yeah, right? Thank you as well, Michelle. Your labors of love are greatly appreciated. And I hope any republic that's in North Carolina, all of y'all in North Carolina, this woman is a master researcher. She can show you things out of this world concerning what happened in the truths. Another matriarch. Imagine that. You muftis need to be protected. Able to articulate what really went on. And I need you to build that curriculum, Michelle. When you build that curriculum, once our family wake up and start actually doing for one another instead of the corporations, we're going to build a whole bunch of schools where your curriculum could be taught everywhere. Woo! Come on with it, baby. In your being. Yeah. They ain't ready for it, though, right? Now, this say, improper claims that have made against the American states and American state citizens that we are dealing with today. It is uniquely fitting that the Grand Army of the Republic is recalled to settle this circumstance in favor of the people. So the Grand Army, quiet as kept. Y'all know about these Moors. These are all the constitutionalists. The ones that know that if you use spurious practices, the world itself is not going to honor you and you're going to get taken over. You Moors know that if you don't wake up and do what you need to do, then China going to come in here and beat up the policy enforcers. And then China's going to say, hey, because we had to come over here, or Japan, or whoever your Asiatic brethren are, and deliver you from these corporate members because you refuse to wake up and claim ownership of your own land. Now you owe us a performance. Do you want to be the slaves to another Asiatic, to another race, period? Because you don't want to get up and take care of your own people and your own family? Look, if another nation, another bloodline has to come to El Morocco and deliver us Moors because we refuse to wake up and take our place among the affairs of men, then we're going to owe, as a race, as a nation, either whether or not, it doesn't matter, we're going to owe a performance to that particular group of people. So, y'all better get up. Because, look, ain't nobody else coming to my house talking about they're supposed to be here and doing things or whatever. China already here, yes. Prime real estate, New York. Almost 50%, 60% of the new real estate in New York owned by China right now. Why you think Kim Jong-un or whoever that dude was able to come over here? Yeah, Trump is a businessman, man. What is you talking about? Every decision that Trump made, he poor businessman at that. Bankrupt his own company 3-4 times. So now they're going to vote someone who bankrupt their own LLC 4-5 times to govern a corporation. So what he going to do? File another bankruptcy for the United States Service Corporation? On the public stock market? Increasing the corporation's debt, and then that make all of these people try to steep the estates of the Moors. Well, then now they're going to have to go somewhere else. Either, how come they don't just do this? Stop doing that and just start building regularly, you know, with their hands. Why do they need to be like pushing colorable law and paperwork all over the place? It'd be so much more beneficial. And that's why some of the European constitutionalists is doing it, because their children is getting beat up too by these corporations. And the corporations is hiring other races to come over on this land to do the job if other policy enforcers are unwilling to. Oh no, buddy. Let me find this, because I wanna. All efforts shall be made by the Grand Army of the Republic to spare life and property while undertaking any action whatsoever within the states of the Union, without exception. The GAR is uniquely enabled by these orders to operate on the land of the 50 states for the purposes of securing the lives and property. For the purposes of securing the lives and property. These are your homes that they're trying to evict you out of. These are everything that they're doing to try to move you up out of your spot. of the American states and American state citizens. The Guard is not a foreign army and is composed primarily of American state citizens. If required to take field position, the local commanders shall make every effort to communicate the basis of their authority and the reasons for their presence on American state soil to ensure a prompt cessation of hostilities and a widespread understanding of the usurpations and acts of fraud which have led to any conflict. All parties must be brought to understand the nature of the federal government. What federal government? Hold on a minute, baby. The Moorish National Republic Federal Government, Societas Republic LL Americanos, Moorish and Divine National Movement of the World, Northwest of Mexico, Northwest Africa, North America, the North Gate, Temple of the Moon and Sun, the true and the sure natural peoples, heirs of the land, Islam. That's the government of America. What is you talking about, baby? These heirs is on fire out here. Y'all elders and y'all parents better get it together. The nature of the federal government, the limitations of its authority. Now, listen, there's two. There's a minor government and there's a major government. The major government is the Federal Republic. The minor government is the United States Service Corporation. Okay? The limitations of its authority. The limitations of the United States Service Corporation's authority. And their own obligation to act in favor of the organic states of the Union. Those are the republics. Okay? Now, where he say this? The Grand Army Republic shall continue to operate under General Order 100, known as the Libra Code, exacted from the pen last Republic President Abraham Lincoln. He was the last Republic president. He wasn't the first. Y'all research who the first Republic president is so that any of our seeds that get on here, youngins, can be taught the name of the first Republic president. Now let's see what happens. We require the Joint Chiefs of Staff and General Ham to commence measures to disarm federal civilian agency personnel and to seize control of the vast stockpiles of arms which have been improperly amassed by the Department of Homeland Security, FEMA, and other agencies employed by the United States. So, we're supposed to go with this general order as Moors, as declared, as consuls, as people who are officiating law. We're supposed to go to the archdiocese, supposed to go to the marshal, supposed to say, hey, marshal, you've been directed, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, to do what? Disarm these troopers. How would you like to proceed? Where my consul's at now, my republic's getting ready to go to whoever Provost Marshal is and say this to the Provost Marshal face. Because I'll be deceived in my soul if I have to see my matriarch on the street with these policy enforcers again. I will not see that again. Period. Woo! Come on with it, baby. In your being. Yeah. It's in the womb right now and it's being created. The process is being created. Y'all flow with me. Y'all go do whatever until I get my energy, until my unction is done. We're going to finish the process of what the nationals need to be doing effectively. How are we supposed to be walking in order to receive remedy or peace in the land? Yeah. I've been doing this for 8 months. Well, one more month, and by that 9th month, woo, creation. I understand, overstand, birthed the process. My ancestors delivered it to me. Yeah. In 9 months, I woke up 9 months ago. In 9 months of constantly studying myself to know myself and its law, I understand how to be free as a Moor in the land. Accelerated awakening. Yeah. And I'm going to write this process down, just like my OG, Toriano, did for the nationals of the land. He did it, and he wrote an 11-step process, and that thing be banging. Same thing for all the nationals. You could go get on there and get some help. Everybody be saying, where the help at? On Over Shanghai Goel's website. That's where it's at. Y'all better get with the program. Y'all looking for where to go. I'm trying to send y'all to the most educated minds in the land. I just absorb a little bit of piece of all of them. I'm not at all. I just communicate to you guys what they communicate to me. Taj and all of them up people that's high up there with all of this knowledge and wisdom or whatever, they say something to me, then I meditate, I get my own little DNA or spin on it, and then communicate it to the people. Well, my ancestors is talking to me now, and they telling me step by step. So, Provost Marshal number 1, Archdiocese number 2, Civil Order number 3, all of your paperwork number 4, including your MAC registration number and your Vienna Convention. And these sentences, look, this state trooper pulled a gun on my son the other day. Wait, she just called me, 1 o'clock in the morning, and we was talking. She said they pulled a gun on her son. They wouldn't have been able to do that if you, Joint Chiefs of Staff, to commence measures to disarm federal civilian agency personnel and seize control of the vast stockpiles of arms which have been improperly amassed by them. They wouldn't be able to shoot our sons if y'all would go do y'all job. See, the civil order is written in 2014. We are about to be in 2019. Why is it taking y'all 5 years to commence measures to do this? Or it just takes somebody some time to go and talk to y'all about y'all own, remind you of y'all own duties. Okay, so what's going on? I'm rocking with y'all because I had to come back to the civil order to kind of sew up why the 1099, the commercial process, is helping the Moors right now. And how that's freeing y'all, how y'all going to the marshals and talking to y'all about their duties to this civil order in an intelligent tone. Hey, kidnap my son. Hey, pull him over for no reason. Hey, put a gun out him. United States Marshal, you supposed to be when disarm these jokers. Well, I need you to do that right now. The name of the, he did it. Right there. Look, y'all better stop playing because that's what they doing. They proclaiming you guilty when you're innocent. So what a ironic turn of events for you to proclaim them guilty when they're guilty. Unless your spirit is manipulated to believe that it's wrong to hold a person accountable to justice, you kill one of their sons, they ain't forgiving you. They coming for that boy. Look, you think that these, you can see it. You can see it. Let me show you something. They killed one of our sons, and we crying, and we forgiving them, and we Jesus peacing them. We killed one of their sons, and the whole force is on our ass, baby. What? Come on, man. Them causes on manhunt. They gonna find the one that killed their son. Yeah, and they're going to administrate justice as a collective body. And that's what those corporate policy enforcers do. Really, European families who have bonded together and think the same. They bonded together in unity, European families, and they all eat together and love one another and communicate. Yeah, right, some of them. The one that's operating as your fake ears, the more scientists that took your science and used it. Those ones is cool, chilling. The rest of these is jacked up and got curses on the land. As far as these Moors go, there's a group of family of Moors that incorporated temples, churches, mosques, synagogues, families of Moors that are connected to those higher up Europeans that are chilling and operating as heirs of the land. And they just won't give y'all children who are spiritually deceived, thinking that you need that to survive. They just won't give y'all the information about how to be free and get your own. It does two things. One, it takes the benefits away from their children, like there ain't enough to go around. And two, it removes them from positions of power. Captain El Nino, Charlie, good to see you. Yeah, Jason Rati, glad to see you. Real L Bay, attorney versatile Steve said, now all of y'all minds in here, if y'all have anything beneficial to communicate to whoever's on this line, drop some stuff in here. You're supposed to be using it, draining the swamp for the new republic. Yeah, that's right, the Moors. That's what I'm talking about. 2.5 billion soldiers. Yeah, the perfected assassins. There's like 6 million perfected assassins on the land right now. They murking all of these policy enforcers. Y'all think that stuff ain't going on for us? It really is. Y'all got to be encouraged. Even though it can't see, no one can go back as 1917 too. UCC's 500 years they added with the Gregorian calendar. Yeah. So let me rock with y'all. They telling you this is your come on with it, star sign. They tell you this your star sign, right? But if they manipulated the calendar, then under the Gregorian calendar, you really don't know your true star sign because you're looking at it from a manipulated calendar of the Moors. So all of you astro masters, you astrology masters, more scientists, please develop and create the timeline in the right calendar so that we know as children what star signs, zodiacs we truly fall under, so we ain't confused about our person. More scientists have said that the zodiac constitution, when you study in it, it helps you understand how to relate to one another. That's why, as an earth sign, I say all the water signs hit me up because water and earth solidifies. Woo! Come on with it, baby. Science makes perfect sense. Y'all living in an illusion. If y'all think that y'all gonna just, and that's it, sit on your knees and cry and speak in tongues 1,000,000 hours a day, that's not going to cut it. You got to come together as a unified body. Woo! It almost came out. I ain't going to be speaking in tongues on this thing with y'all. It might be an interpreter, though. I don't know. If it is an interpreter, then when y'all hear them, y'all let me know what y'all hearing. These Libra codes. We almost done. I'm feeling it. Hold on a minute. Subject to bounty. All right. All right. Right. Where we at? We direct the Joint Chiefs of Staff to communicate these first 2 general civil orders directly to Mr. Obama. Well, now since it's no longer Obama, it's directly to Trump. The members of the U.S. Congress, the administrators of all federal agencies, the members of the Supreme Court and those acting as governors to compare their rapid understanding and cooperation. So, along with, now you have 6 from me, from Central. Now that I know this and I'm working this out with y'all right now, I'm going the distance, I'm running the race. Now you have 6. You have the first 5 we already stated earlier in the video in the civil order. You're going to get the notice of existence. You're going to get the civil order. You're going to get the name declaration, the judicial notice, and the MAC number. And you might even get 7. I'm thinking about adding the unified common law grand jury writ. That will be the final thing. Whatever those people are on, as long as they enforcing the Constitution, they helping me out. Woo! Decolonizing this land. Get these babies healed. What else is going on in this thing? What up, Roy Fisher? We finishing up. I thank you for staying on the line with me for as long as you have. Let me see here. I got the process on my flash drive. We have conference calls of people who know how to effectuate the process. Y'all give, the ones who have been faithful and give and do give enough for us to survive. So no, for this particular thing, we're gonna try to get this process to y'all immediately. If I was y'all, I would file it as a unified body. So say you got a consular court in your area. That's a group of y'all who are connected to a consulate, or you build a consulate to your area. As a unified body, consular courts, y'all submit the grievance for one national. Because this is what we finna do for our team. All our team right now is being oppressed by the service corporation. So we barely have time to be able to help the nationals the way we're supposed to, because we too busy trying to keep our stuff together in order and not have them put us do whatever they doing to us using these practices. So for us, We about to take each one of our team members, and the whole team finna focus on that one team member until they completely sold up and cool. Then when we are cool and our process is complete, we cool and we free, we got the ability to spend our time taking care of and treating with the nationals without being distressed on the opposite end. Woo, good morning to you, Islam. Mikael. Oh, y'all must be just waking up. See, we've been up since like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and we went to bed at like 2 or 3. Can attest to that by the post. I'm telling you probably what it was the ancestors told me about this fruit. So I started using this fruit, and man, my old yogis used to use this fruit, and they was on pins, because this is a herb from the earth called, where this thing at? I'm telling y'all, I give y'all the secrets. If y'all don't want to go use them, so y'all can be better, then that's y'all business. Liquid selenium, liquid magnesium, and now arataki. Yeah, this arataki fruit right here. I'll tell you where to get it. You put it in some water and you let it sit. And it's plant resin. When it's in your gut, it make your body do what it's supposed to do concerning its processes. Then I swear I'll be hearing my pineal gland. It's like a drip, like I think it's decalcifying now. Well, if that's the truth, then I got a whole lot more energy. I'm sitting here laying, meditating, I sleep, and I just be thinking about all these mores that suppress on the land. Well, I sleep for about 3-4 hours and get up, and then I'll be working for 20. I'll be going for 20 hours straight and sleep for 4. Sometimes I'll take a break and be sleeping all day to rejuvenate, but the majority of the time I'll be up 12, 16, sometimes 20 hours straight. Woo! Take care of this family, take care of my home, take care of my brother, doing all these processes, doing these nationality paperwork, answering these emails, everything. Woo! And love it up on me, baby. Yeah. Because that's y'all me. All collective y'all me. Woo! You feeling so good? Yeah. And when y'all show me love and reach back into me, spend some time with me, I'm sorry I'll be cutting y'all off on the phone, but I don't want to hear about your problems. I want to hear about solutions. We're going to spend about 5 minutes where I'm going to listen to you tell me what happened to you, because that's all it takes for me to articulate the story of what happened to me in my life and how bad I had it. Okay, about 10. Okay, and let me tell you something. Every last person that you talk to had it about as bad as you. So please, y'all both give each other that 10 minutes to release that stress so you're no longer angry about what happened to you in life. Then let's talk about solutions. I'm tired of y'all trying to tell me about y'all problems. I don't want to hear it. If y'all call me, I hope y'all tell me I got a new solution for you. Yeah, on how to be defeating these corporations. I love y'all. I want to spend time with y'all. I want to be on the phone with y'all. But the time spent has to be productive, and it has to have a destination. The destination is freedom when y'all dealing with me. And it ain't freedom just sitting here just talking about our issues. So no more of that when y'all calling me up on my phone. I want effective solutions that have worked as proven remedies in the land if y'all gonna be calling me. Oh, I'll spend some time with you. Thank you, Elder Jeremo, for calling me and testing my heart concerning whether or not I was going to receive my father when he comes home. Thank you. All Moabitises, yes. And Muslims, yes. And in the present moment, let's see here. Understood as violent crimes against the peaceful inhabitants of the land will incur immediate judgment, liquidating the assets of the International Monetary Fund and the Federal Reserve in payment of stipulated reparations. That's y'all. In payment of stipulated reparations to you. Such crimes. Oh, yep, got that. Okay, we finished that up. I think y'all last our marching orders for the remainder of this time y'all dealing with me. I want y'all to keep this in the center of y'all mind. Okay? This one right here. We direct, 3. There's 3 paragraphs in here. I'm going to read them. And I hope that y'all bring these paragraphs with y'all to the marshal and to the archdiocese as we finishing up. The only federal agency allowed free egress on the land of the American states is the U.S. Marshal Service. And then only when their personnel are engaged in their duty to protect the U.S. mail and sworn to act as constitutional officers. All other federal agency personnel are limited to unarmed service until further notice. Listen to me clearly as I tell Central Consulate and all of the members that's communicating with me right now, we need direction on where to go. On Wednesday, when we have our conference call, we're going to go over this again. We direct the Joint Chiefs of Staff to communicate these first 2 general orders. 4 paragraphs. Excuse me. Hold on. 1 second. I see them. We require the Joint Chiefs of Staff and General Ham to commence measures to disarm. So disarmament first. Take away their weapons. Okay? You're going to be enforcing this disarmament. You're going to take this civil order and these 4 paragraphs to the United States Marshal and to the Archdiocese of your republics, and you're going to be enforcing this disarmament. All of you Moors. Because then you won't be so scared when they're walking up on you. When you realize they're disarmed. Y'all can have an intelligent conversation instead of being all afraid. Woo, heart beating all fast, what? It's all in your mind. And to be honest, you know that fear you're feeling? Let me tell you. When I'm at peace in my being and I walk into an atmosphere and my heart, what is up? But I'm at peace in my being. I know it's another being, another energy whose heart just, and I can feel that. Physiological responses can be felt through transfers of energy. So if one person sitting next to you is dealing with a particular energy and you're sitting next to them and your vessel is at peace and cool, as an empath, you can feel their physiological response. So that policy enforcer walking up on you, he's the one afraid, transmitting that fear into your being. You're not the one afraid. Woo! Come on with it. I love more science, baby. Yeah. Trying to tell you how it works. There's nothing wrong with you. You just don't know what's going on when the things is happening to you in your body, why your body's responding that way. This Arataki, you take it, and I'll buy something for y'all and send it to y'all. I'll tell y'all where to get it. You put it in the water. You let it sit. Y'all research it. In the water, 24 hours. And you drink it. And you keep refilling your water bottle. You let it be copper or glass water bottles or any type of container. Until the water is no longer this color. Then all of the nutrients out of the fruit have been in your water and in your body. Man, I tried to eat some processed something the other day after keeping on my Arataki water regimen. Man, immediately threw it up. I'm talking about it was, my body rejected it so quick. Process what? Hey, free for this thing. I'm raw, organic, all food. I'm almost there. I'm almost there, raw, organic, complete. And it tastes so good when you understand how it tastes. When your body actually can taste it for real. Look, a lot of them bitter earths and roots and earths is the best roots for you. Them bitter ones, them is the best ones for you. I'm telling you, this thing is super bitter, and I can't do it without some honey. I done made some paste with it. I took my mortar pesto and I made some paste with it. Put some honey in for some put on my toast. But yeah, you ain't gonna be trying to want this processed food after you be dealing with some of the nature's real goods. 4 paragraphs, first 2 orders. These are the first 2 orders: disarmament and free egress on the land. U.S. Marshal, protecting the mail. So if they messing with y'all mail, that's where you want to take it to. The only 2 things, and enforcing the Constitution. We direct the Joint Chiefs of Staff to communicate these first 2 general orders. Who are the Joint Chiefs of Staff? Where they at? And how come for the past 5 years you ain't been communicating these orders to the U.S. Marshals? Please share this video so that all the Joint Chiefs of Staff in all the republics can answer this question. Where are you at, and how come you haven't communicated these orders to the constitutional officers? Huh? Joint Chiefs of Staff, how come you haven't communicated these first 2 orders? And if you have, how come the United States Marshals are not obeying the orders of the Joint Chiefs of Staff? Let me think. I wonder. Because they're subordinate and belligerent. And we need to get some new people in there. Well, in order to do that, you Muftis need to get together so we the Moors can vote y'all into positions. Come on now. Or we create our own government. Well, let's have a vote. Who's going to be the Mufti? Oh, that man, and that man. Proven competency. Cool. He speaks with an intelligible tone, and he receives a favorable reply. Good. Send him. Great. Now the matriarchs and the children is taken care of. Woo! Come on with it, baby. I'll show y'all. Yeah. Because it's going to take your body some superfood, and it's going to be making your body do everything you need to do. And then one of my other empresses, Rachel, she say her cabinet is these is the fruits. And you put 7 of them in there. And then they sink to the bottom, and the water infuses, pulls it out of them all the way to the root. And then the water discolors a little bit, but you keep filling it up until the water's all the way clear. Yep. Woo! Until then, we're going to be enforcing this. Everybody asked the process of the remedy. Now we have it step by step right here. These 7 documents with this civil order and our notice of existence and these 4 paragraphs right here. Any expense or damage. Oh, we got that. So those 4 paragraphs. Is this another one? In all corporate officers of the United States or any successor organizations, support and condone. So now you're talking about conspiracy, right? The Lieber codes talk about conspiracy. You're talking about anybody in the case who is associated with exceeding your estate or oppressing you or disobeying the Constitution. And it says, and any and all corporate officers of the United States or successors or organizations inheriting contracts who support, that means if they're telling sheriffs to go pick you up. Condone, that means if they're telling sheriffs to shoot you. Promote such crimes against the American states or against American state citizens shall be subject to arrest and prosecution. Okay, subject to arrest and prosecution. So if this person did this and you bring this to them and they don't do it, then what do you say? What do you do? Hey, Mr. Pope, this person isn't honoring the Lieber codes. Who do you say it to? The International Monetary Fund. That's who you say it to. Even your grievances. You say, hey, this person isn't honoring this particular, where your agency is stated, the International Monetary Fund, they're not honoring it. Then they're going to send somebody. Bet you. I bet you they're going to send somebody. Woo! Can you spell the fruit name for clarity? Islam. Harataki. Harataki, without the H, is supposed to be Arataki. Where are we at? We got the Lieber codes. We got the 7 writs and affidavits that I'm going to send to you. We got direction. All of you Moors and all of those groups, the consulate groups, sum total for all the members is pushing like 5,000, okay? If I have to sit after saying for the last 3 months that we need our people to stop paying tithes and put 3 to 10 FRN notes into the work of their own nationals. If we have to say this, okay, monthly, $3, what is that? And I have to go and take out of my own personal expense to mail these documentations. I'm not going to let y'all sleep. I'm going to be beating y'all up over the head with a whole bunch of spells until we understand that that paper is an illusion. As soon as you vibrate that paper, as the illusion that it is, then what is created after the vibration of that paper by shuffling it around everywhere instead of keeping it for yourself so you can use it to build the tools that you need to do it, or you're wasting it on things that make you feel half good. Woo! You're feeling good now. Yeah, while your babies is hurting. It ain't no expense at the expense of seeing them better and healthy. When y'all seeing them lively and they laughing and they articulate and having fun with one another and relating to the parents the way they supposed to, and you're actually bonded in your consciousnesses, your minds. One time I was sitting there washing some dishes. I remember my little niece walked up And I was washing these dishes when she walked up, and we must have had an exchange where our consciousness like came together as uncle and niece. And like I knew what she was feeling and why she was doing the things she was doing. And I could like give her a facial expression, and she knew what I was thinking. Like that's how close we had got. My little Marlisha. Yeah. The way that we're going to heal as a community is by removing our babies from the practices that the colonizers have used to separate our minds as a family, as a unified atom. Yes. So when all y'all matriarchs get y'all babies out these places and start teaching them this more science and recommunicating the genetic code back into them, then they're going to be able to relate to you, and you won't see so much misbehavior as well. They acting up because it's an identity crisis. They don't know who they are, so they're being all things other than who they are, because no one will spend the time to teach them who they are. So instead, they just go and they look, and whatever feels good to their ego, that's what they try to emulate and become. Come on now, communicate to them, matriarchs. I think we sold up. I thank y'all for spending time in church with me today. Conference calls on Wednesday. Those who have already made the first one, only your trusted people give the conference call information to. All of you on this line, from what I can tell, except for a couple, have been with me for months. So everybody on this line that has the conference call number is free to give it to everyone else that's already on this line. Yeah, that's family. Everything we have, we give to one another. That is family. I finally got it to my brother. He said, I need to have a bro talk with you. He came to me, and after 7 months of labor, was showing him what unity could be. He said, whatever happened, you proved your point. I want us to continue to support each other for the rest of our lives, no matter where we at. He said, and I thank you. So I made amends with being separate and not honoring the bro code, the family code, period, by supporting one another and being there for each other. And the cosmos touched my brother's heart and made him reconcile in his heart with me. So now he cool with building. He don't care. He went ham the other day. Woo! His wife got the japping off on me, and she from Mongolia. She from another country coming here. She don't even know nothing about what's going on and how she economic debt. She got to try to talk crazy to me. He went off on his wife about me. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. So leave me alone. I'm just trying to make some positive changes around here. Get us all together. Her Mongolian family came over. They was all everywhere, you know. It was good. We had a little family camaraderie. But at the end of the day, she's starting to warm up too. And it's about time. It don't matter what Asiatic you is and what tribe. So long as your consciousness agree to the 5 pillars of light, when you dealing with each other, y'all gonna be okay. But that needs to be an agreement. Y'all need to stop deceiving each other. And the reason why you're deceiving each other is because you don't know yourselves. So you're not doing it on purpose sometimes. Sometimes you're doing it because you don't know yourself, and other people are being deceived inadvertently when they're dealing with you. You deceiving yourself. How you gonna tell somebody the truth about you when you don't even know who you are? Come on with it. But you want them to, they can't value you if they don't know who you are. Well, they say multi-personalities. Yeah, I got 1 million of them. That doesn't mean you crazy. You just need to make sure you know which one is the one that is governing, and not let the rest of them take control and be acting all belligerent and crazy. Yeah. Let's see here. We got our orders from Central Consulate on what we gonna be doing, and definitely concerning how we gonna be stepping while we on the land. Teach your brothers, teach your sisters, teach your friends, whoever it is, these same processes. And for right now, until my mentor, releases the IDs for the nationals, this is where we at right now. With these Libra codes and with this process, this commercial process that's gonna free these free Moors. Yeah, because I'm tired of putting spells on us. And whatever spells all of you Moor scientists are trying to work on me right now to prevent this work from moving forward, let me tell you something. I got a whole host of light workers on my team, baby, and return to sender every time. Look, my light workers, they go to work. Sometimes I'll be feeling down, and the next thing you know, one of them will call me up and be like, what's going on? And I won't even tell them, but they'll talk to me, and then 2 days later, a day later, sometimes a few seconds, my light workers go to work. I'll be feeling better already. And I know it's because they be putting those spells on me in the atmosphere and protecting me from whatever it is that's going on in these ethers that I don't know about. Yeah, make y'all voodoos of me, and make sure when y'all make y'all voodoos of me, y'all put some bomb organic food, a good meal right in front of it, and feed that thing. Feed that voodoo down. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Give it a hug or something. Yeah. I love y'all very much. Everyone that's been waiting for your tracking numbers and your let me just check, because I might have got this direct deposit from volunteering for summer school to teach summer school, and then if I did, then I will have enough to go mail these out. So either or, when our 5,000 group members in the Moorish American Consulate groups on Facebook choose to pay their dues of $3, and or this direct deposit comes in, I'm mailing y'all this stuff. Then y'all be cool. Then after that, we as a team, we're going to choose to take one national at a time until they're complete. We're not going to take on the entire nation by ourselves. One national, one issue, one process until it's completely sold up, win, lose, or draw, and then we move on to the next situation or process. Until we get our actual building and our team members together to be able to handle multiple cases at one time. I don't know what the rest of these jokers doing, but I'm signing orders, baby. Because I'm going to tell you something about me. My brain has never been a judge. What do I mean by that? I never executed judgment in my brain about person, place, or things. Like, literally, when I see people, I'm not saying she did or they dad or thinking I know about them. And whenever the judgment comes, I always resist it, right? So it's fitting if the world judges me, or was, or the ego, or whatever it was that was always persecuting, telling me I was going to be these things that I knew I wasn't. If I refuse to let the world dictate to me, speak to me, put spells on me, and transform me into what it wanted me to be, if I refuse that and heard my own spells and my own convictions about who I am, and heard and let the light workers who told me who I was, let that impute into my being, and then be that the foundation and the basis, then I'll be able to walk in my being better. And I lost my train of thought when I was going with y'all. What was I doing? Mailing these. When I mail these, the group's getting these dudes together. Until then, myself, vibrational, speaking on me. I don't know. I just lost it. But I remember. And when I do, I'll be back to communicate it. I'm going to get these mailed out to you, taking the nationals one at a time. Till the process is complete for each particular national that treats with us. We want the most active. If you listen, all right, our team is not going to go to war for the national unless they are most active. They got to be moving and grooving. Woo, and shaking a thing, baby. Concerning Act 1. I know the rest of the acts, but we ain't got Act 1 down yet. So why communicate the rest of them until I start seeing our grand sheiks do the first one? I love y'all. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. I'm a mail all of these out as soon as possible. Stay up with me. If you haven't heard from us, just remind me. Hey, it's been a week, buddy, and I know you love me, so don't forget about me. And I'm gonna say, hey, it's been a week, and I forgot about you, but I didn't want to. So thank you for staying up with me, because I need y'all. I can't be sitting up here with all the everything that's going on when the National is communicating with me without having y'all to vent to. Woo! I will go crazy around here. This is what I'll be doing. How do I feed the babies? How do I feed the elders? How do I feed the matriarchs? How do I feed these babies? How do I do it? How is it gonna get done? How is it gonna get done? Until the idea or the thought comes to me. Then when it comes to me, I say, how do I apply it? How do I apply it? How do I apply it? How is it applied from a world viewpoint standard? How is it applied? The whole entire alpha until the ideal comes to me, and then I implement it in the land. All day, every day. This is what I do. When I sleep, my mind, that's all it does. Solution. Because these babies need to be healed. It's time. Woo! El Chico Libre. Chicano Libre. Listen. I'm sorry. I haven't got this documentation to you. I need you to get me your domicile location. I'm going to give you all you need to be able to be effective as a consul in your republic. If you say you got the boldness as the matriarch I seen on these streets to walk up and serve these policy enforcers, hey, when they getting belligerent, wouldn't it be just crazy? They be telling you back up or whatever, but they got your bro on the ground, wrestling them or jumped on them or trying to harass them. And you just walked up and served them some paperwork as a consul. Come on, man. Hey, I'm just recording something right here. I'm recording. I'm about to hand you this affidavit in this writ. I mean, you don't have to pick it up or whatever. Just like they be doing to you. They be trying to give you those tickets. Well, you don't have to sign it, but they drop it in your car anyway. Look, you've been served, buddy. And when you've been served, you have a responsibility to respond to the truth that's been communicated to you. Oh, yeah. I lost my wallet the other day and I wasn't mad. I don't need those instruments. I'm about to get my national ID in the next couple of days, and then I'm traveling, baby. And I'm gonna wear the same clean white tee, clean white button up or whatever. But y'all telling you, slacks, I don't be spending money like that. I don't be spending this fiat on nothing like that. Base food and this equipment to get these processes done. Sometimes I have my little wine. Yeah, I do. And I'm getting away from this corporation tobacco, and I'm trying to do some all-natural tobacco. I'm growing my stuff. Yeah. And if that's bad for my body and I figure it out, I'm going to let it go. Yeah. But supposedly it has like stimulating effects or whatever, these tobacco leaves. But if you pick enough tobacco leaves straight, 100% tobacco, you will die from nicotine points for real. So y'all better be careful and really find the best possible way to get away from it all. If it wasn't with you when you were created, it don't need to be with you now. That's why I love Lady Lang. She be going to the store, getting all this organic stuff, and then be preparing it and showing folks how to do it. Come on, we need more bituses like that in the land. Hotel, Islam, peace and love to you. Make sure you emailing me at ce@MoorishAmericanConsulate.com so that you could get this 1099 process. Any of y'all that's trying to be on the call with us on Wednesdays, our family is growing quickly. Central Consulate family is growing very quickly, and we would love for you to be a part. Love you very much, and I'll be back with you soon. Woo! Come on with it, baby. Yeah.